And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Drinking with Andrew. My name's Andrew. I am the main head of Money Mental UK. You know I don't even know what he says. Something about mental health advocate, something or not. I don't know. Hello. My name's not Andrew, as you might have guessed. My name is actually Louise. Right, anyway, I don't even know. What do I do in this live stream stuff? I don't even know anymore. I'm actually just going to try and get up my stream through YouTube because the StreamYard chat is pants. I don't need to listen to myself. Okay, sorry, this is really bad. Hey, first live stream in a very long time and I'm messing it up already. Great. There we go. Okay, hello. My God, I've got 17 people in already. Okay, so I have zero idea what this stream is going to be. Had an idea, had the thought this afternoon that I will be going live because I knew that Andrew wasn't. I thought, you know what, it's my time to shine. And I don't know what I'm going to do. So obviously I'm on a StreamYard, so a little bit later on if people do want to join in, that's absolutely fine. I'm fine to have people join in if you want to. Hi everybody. Hi Z, Carl, Jay, Chris, Drunk Girl, Tommy, Jennifer, Nick, Craig, Ian. Can you put the colour on? You know, I had a feeling someone was going to mention that I would just looked a bit black and white. Pleasant Valley Picker, hello. Get drunk and fall over. Nah, that's what I've got to do. I've only got tea, so I don't have any alcohol. I've got alcohol. I've actually got like a little bottle of wine or something. It's really weird. You know what? When was the last time I did a live stream? It was just after New Year's, wasn't it? Because I think I did a live stream to say to people that, just sort of say hello. And then had to do another live stream then because Andrew wasn't very happy with me that I didn't tell people that I was engaged. So then I had to do a separate little live stream for that. 3 weeks ago, oh my God. It just feels like it was forever. But I just also you just watched it, oh bless you. It just doesn't feel like I did anything on that one. Although to be fair, not like I'm going to do a fat lot on this one anyway. But I will say that one thing I was going to say is that there actually will be a video. I know. There'll be a video within the next couple of days. I'm going to film it tomorrow or Sunday. Just going to do a sales update thing, but I'm going to do it a bit differently rather than I can't even think what I was going to say. Rather than having like a load of items and just been saying like I sold this, I made this much, I sold this, I made this much, because I did actually do a few sales updates at the start of last year, but I hadn't signed up to be a business seller at this point. Didn't know that's what I had to do and all this sort of stuff, and I thought I don't want to promote the bad. This was in like February or something, so I'd literally just started, so I wasn't 100% sure on what I was doing. So I didn't want to promote anything bad to say, yeah, this is what I do. And then people go, oh, you're not a business seller. I don't need to be a business, but yeah, obviously you do need to be a business seller. If you're buying to sell on eBay, if you're trying to make a profit on eBay, you need to be a business seller. So I took them down because I didn't want to obviously promote anything negative or not negative, doing the wrong thing, whatever it was. And so when I was doing them before, I don't know if anybody ever caught them, but I had, every time I went through an item, I had a little, how much I paid, how much I sold, and how much profit I've made from that item. That profit includes eBay fees, PayPal fees, how much my packaging costs, anything that will take that value down. I put that in my profit, so you can sort of see real time, not real time, what you kind of really get from an item after all fees and stuff like that. So yes, I'll be filming that video. But yes, anyway, so it's not going to be a standard, this is what I bought This is what I sold. It's 10 items, 3 really bad items, 3 of my worst items, 3 kind of mid-range, and then 3 really good items, and then what my best sale was in that month. So that's kind of how I'm going to do it. So because I don't want it to be like a hour-long video, or even half. I don't even want it to be half an hour, but I know I'll waffle, so I can't promise that. But I only want it to be like 10-15 minutes, just sort of flicking through it and saying, you know, this is what I want, this is what I bought, this is what I, you know, this is what I sold it for, and things like that. So oh dear, sorry, still ill. This is why I haven't been around and haven't been on YouTube, haven't been on people's chats. I've literally just been dying. Right, let's say a couple of hellos. Yorkshire Reseller, hello. Stu, hello. Right, is it Cernock? Is that what it is? Not Kernock? Because that's what I said last time, didn't I? And I messed that up. You have the cleanest reseller room I've seen. Thank you very much. I have just moved into this room, though, bear in mind. My desk is a bit of a mess. I'll show you how messy my desk is. Here, it's a bit untidy. It's not that bad, but there's some items on here that, because if you can see behind me, I have a load of items here that I've photographed, measured, or whatever, just haven't put them away because I don't have, they've got the labels on but no item number. Where these haven't even got the labels on yet, so they're just up there, need to be labelled and then dumped on the floor with the rest of them, and I'll get to it at some point. I've just been in the process of like getting loads of stuff photographed. I haven't been outsourcing at all like the whole of January. I had a lot of sort of back stock and stuff like that, and a couple of personal items which I've not got an issue with putting on my business store, because there's not like a massive load of them, but so there was a lot of stuff that I needed to get listed on eBay, so I haven't needed to go out at all this month, which is great because obviously it's January and funds are low in January. So yeah, but I just want to get back out. I just want to get back out and start sourcing again, because it's like I'm itching to get out. So I've just been really sort of getting all my photographs done, so that's why they've just dumped down there. That's a big cup of tea, thank you very much. Is that a compliment? I don't know. Hi Becca. Kim, hang on, we're supposed to know what we're doing. Don't think I ever know what I'm doing. Hi Pink Harpy, Nicola. Hi Dave. Time is a cost to as a factor in profit. Yes, there's so much obviously that you need to factor into your profit, but this is more actual physical expenses. So what things do I actually need to purchase? Obviously there's things like, I don't know, like petrol that you'd spend to go and drive to. I mean, I'm lucky because Chris, my fiance, where he works in his shop, there's a news agents right over the way, and they're a drop off for Hermes, and there's a post office down the rest of the shops, so he takes my parcels in for me, so obviously there's nothing there. But obviously, yeah, there is things like fuel and there's other bits and bobs, but this is just kind of the general thing. So it's not like 50, I think it's 56p or something I take off for packaging and things like that, but everything else is like eBay fees and PayPal fees and things like that. So yeah, if you want to be really picky, then obviously there's a hell of a lot more that you got to take off, but I'm not being that picky. So I want to know, how was January for everybody? Was it that bad as you thought it was going to be? Is it, I mean, if you've been doing this for longer than a year, have you done better than you did last year, or is it worse than last year? Let me know how you got on. In that time, I'm going to put the StreamYard link in case anybody does want to join. You don't need to be any sort of like a big time reseller to join in. What am I doing? Not suggesting at all that I'm any sort of big time reseller. Make that clear, because that's not what I'm trying to suggest. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's so warm in here. The radiators are on. January has been awful. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Craig. Slow down for me, but I was lazy too. Well, I think that's kind of the issue, isn't it? You know, you've kind of given yourself a break at the end of December because it's been you know, you're obviously trying to enjoy yourself over Christmas time, but it's trying to get back into that groove and get back into it. So I think it's been like, I've been a bit lazy this month. I'm not all the time. I've been trying to get stuff done and whatever, but just trying to actually like motivate myself. I think as well, because this has been the first, I mean, I moved in just like 2 days before Christmas, so this is my whole first month of sort of reselling in this house, as it were, in my own house. So it's been difficult to, because nobody there sort of saying, oh, what are you doing, why aren't you doing this? And you know, I think once I get back outsourcing again, I think I'll go back into my routine, which would be quite good. But yeah, I think staying at home and stuff like I've got to get back into the routine of it all, really. Drinking Corona, yeah, exactly. I feel like I have. I spent £3 in January and got 5 items. Couldn't believe that's all he asked for. Planned to do no spending February. Jan was good for me. I'm glad January was good for you. It's your 4th year, worst month since you started. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing wrong? Well, not wrong. I don't know if you're doing something wrong, but what do you think's going wrong? Oh, excuse me. How is Chris? Chris, absolutely fine. He's downstairs in his little gym, training away. January felt bad, but when I look overall figures, it wasn't too bad. Good. Overall, it's pretty good, although not quite as good as last year. Why do you think that is, Z? Why do you think it is? It's not as good as last year, because obviously January is January. At the end of the day, if people are saying that January is so bad, you know, in a general thing, because obviously people have got no money to spend in January because they've been busy spending it in December. I did better over January than in December, weirdly. Brilliant. Hi, BCP. What's a stream links on? I'm in StreamYard, so if people want to join in the chat and come live with me, they click on that link and they can come live with me. Sales way down the last 4 months over the last year, about 50% overall. I've been busy with other things and had an awful cold for the last month. Finally feeling a bit better. I'm glad you're feeling better. I think that's an issue, isn't it, as well, because obviously a lot of people get colds and there's so much stuff happening in January. I mean, for me personally, I moved in 2 days before Christmas, like officially moved in, and obviously I've been busy unpacking and getting my room ready and all that sort of stuff. So by the time I actually got down and went, the house is now done, it was kind of like the 10th or something like that of Jan. So I, you know, almost half of this month, because actually, yeah, I think it was a bit later than that, actually. I want to say it was more like 2 weeks in, so I think half of this month was spent unpacking still, and so I didn't really give myself time, because I feel like there's certain things that I've gone, oh, I'll get some work done, but then I need to go and unpack, so I didn't have a full day of working, you know. Had 7 zip days in January. Zip days? But also had some very good days. ASP is up 30%. Actually, that's good. So I've ended up with an average month overall. Suits me, as I was expecting a poor month. My target was to increase profit by 25% compared with last January. Just about achieved that. Good, well done. Yes, we haven't got a home gym as such. He's transformed the garage downstairs into his little gym. Lots happened in life this month, so I guess I haven't had as much time listing or tweaking current listings. That's fair enough. They've been live and not listening, so I'm doing long. No problem, Carl. Haven't sourced much the last 7 months as well. My car died and cost to repair a fair bit. Yeah, I think that's a big thing, isn't it? Especially if something like that really sort of stops you in your tracks and really stops your flow. Is that the right word? Then it's hard to kind of like get that sort of started. Your card died as well. Oh my god. 0 sales as zip days. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I had a few this month actually. I think December. I think I had like 1 or 2 in December, and then this month I had about 3 or 4, which wasn't obviously. I'm not saying that's like massive, but because like trying to be consistent. this is why I'm so bad at being live. I'm talking and trying to read the chat at the same time. I have no idea what I'm saying. But yeah, with not consistently listing, well, no, because I was consistently listing. It was a bit of a thing to see that I had 0 sales days, but they happen. I think that's the thing, isn't it? You know, they happen. So, you know, you just got to kind of get over it. And you got to go, oh well, didn't say anything. At least I don't have to go to the post office. You know, you're always trying to think of the positives throughout that. Always painful when you stop your flow. It stings. I have 4 zip days in a row. Thought my eBay was shut down. Got 3 sales today. That's a good day. So it's on the bus, not a great prospect as you can get on it. Yeah, that's it. I think that's the thing. I think I'd really struggle without my car, especially like for what I've started to do. I put an Instagram post about this like last month or the month before, is that because I get clothing, I go to 1 or 2 charity shops, depending on how much stuff I buy, of course, and then I will go back to the car and lay it all flat on my back seat, because I hate it when I get home and everything's all creased and now I've got to iron it or steam it all over again. When the charity shops have already done that. So I lay it all out on my back seat. So then when I come in, I sort of carry it like this and then hang it all up straight away, so I don't need to iron them. So yeah, without my car, I think, it's just really tiring. One of my car doors decided not to open, then I crashed it. Oh my God. I hope you're okay, Nicola. I'm only in my first month of reselling, so not sure what good or bad, but selling on average 8 to 10 items a week. That's really good. That is really good. I love it. Also started YouTube blogs. That's fun and new. Brilliant. I assume you've got some videos up then. I shall have a look. I'm going to open up your channel so I can have a look later. Whoops, clicked something. I clicked something I shouldn't have. Have I got any plans for YouTube 2020? Big plans, Ian? No, I don't know. I actually, once I get back into my flow, I usually go sourcing on a Monday and a Thursday. So probably a Thursday evening, I think, because I know that Carbit Chris goes live on a Monday evening. So I might do it on a Thursday evening, and I might just do like a live haul for that maybe. But that's kind of all I can think of, because this is the thing, unless somebody else has an idea of going, I think you should do this. I'm really a bit stuck for ideas of what people want to see. I just don't think I'm that interesting for my people. I mean, everyone, you know, watches Andrew, and Andrew just sits and drinks and whatever, you know. So, you know, why are you watching him for? Hi, Swamp Picker. Had a few big sales this week. That helps. That's really good. Yes, me and my little one's fine. It's more of a shock, really. Yeah, but I'm glad you're fine though. Oh, hello. Hello, Zahia. How are you?
Thought I'd just pop on again because I haven't been on the internet enough.
Yeah, no, people have missed you already. That's what I hear, really. They're sort of sitting there going, I need more Zahia. That's what it is.
Nice, pop in, say hi. So, like, your first month in the house, it throws you off, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
Moving alone, though, I think that's just such a mind. Like we've been thinking about moving and stuff, and you just don't want to, because now you've gotten all your stuff there. The thought of moving it anywhere, it's just...
Definitely. Well, I'll put my video out when I was showing how I got all my stuff out the garage, and I took all the stuff out, and it was ridiculous. Like, it's also neat in the boxes, and I put everything in carrier bags, and it filled the whole garage floor. It was ridiculous. I didn't think I had that much.
You don't realise, do you, how much there is? It's just, you know, you accrue it over time, no matter how. Like, it does make me want to be one of those minimalist people, though. You know, like when you see all those posts, like, I don't have things and all that, and I'm like, yeah. I wish I could. I need to be like that. Just have nothing.
It needs to look lived in.
That's the thing. You want it to be cozy, don't you? And you want it to be like home, and you get all your stuff in. And but you're right. When it comes to moving, it's crazy.
Definitely.
It does mess with you. So have you found that it's messed with your listing routine and stuff since since around the 10th or whatever?
I think because, like I was saying earlier, this month I haven't gone sourcing, so it was always sourcing on a Monday, photographing on a Tuesday, and a bit of listing on a Tuesday, listing on a Wednesday, back out again on Thursday. So it would always be quite good like that. But everything's kind of thrown off because of that. Even, when as soon as you go off that, you're buggered really.
I know, and it's so easy to kind of criticize because you can be like, oh no, you need to just get back on it. But it's a habit thing, isn't it? It's literally a habit you have to build back up. Like, do you have like a lot of backlog as well still? Ooh.
Oh.
There you go. Sale live.
I did have a backlog. Oh my God, hang on, sorry.
Oh no, go on.
What's going on? Oh, I've just sold 2 things.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hey. $24.99, $19.99. Thank you very much.
Not bad. Well, you're sitting there sipping your tea.
Oh, Andrew's texted me as well.
Oh, he's out tonight, isn't he?
He's out and about
with his buddies.
Pretend that he's got buddies. He doesn't have buddies.
No, I'm sure they're real. Like, imagine him sitting there with like a potato with a drawn-on face or something.
Just him and his cider. That's all he needs. He's happy. Sorry, I completely forgot what your question was.
No, you're talking about like having a backlog of stock that you still have to get through with, or?
No, I did photograph it all, but everything that is listed, photographed, which is down here, on there, and a few other things that I've already put away, they all just need listing. So I've probably got about 30, 40 items. Not a massive load, but it's like, I like to go out and buy dresses. I'm really just picky with dresses. So I can come in, I can bulk list them all, and I can do probably about, I don't know, 20 in an hour, something like that.
And do you do everything in that room that you're in as well? Like photos? And has there been any tap creep? Or have you managed to keep...
There's tap creep downstairs.
Oh, see, it's
because
begun.
I took some stuff off Amazon, because I'm getting all my stuff back off Amazon, because I'm closing down my Amazon. And I don't want it up here because I ain't got room for it, so it's downstairs at the moment. And I texted Andrew earlier telling that I'm turning into him. So I said to Chris, I said, is it okay that it's down here? And he said yes. So you know what that means. It's going to go mental now.
I mean, like, when you say you've like just shut Amazon, you're just never going to give them another chance. Are you that against it, or?
It's more, it just didn't work out for me. And it just wasn't. I was like, my graph for what I took for each month, it was like, when I started full time in January last year, it went up and up and up and up. Then I started Amazon and it properly took a dip. And then it was only till November, December, just gone, that it went back up again. It's been that low from January to October. July. That's when I started.
It's difficult because obviously you're trying to like juggle more than one thing at a time, and it's hard to do that. But like sometimes when I do watch people doing well on there, and like there is something attractive about it. Like, I mean, Christos, I watched his videos, and like when he's just going to B&M and like buying things and sending them up, and that's the end. It feels like such a clean process, and it's so scalable, because sometimes, I don't know about you, I mean, like what your end goals are, but sometimes I do think, like, before I die, I wouldn't mind driving a Lamborghini, like do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a bad thing to want to drive a Lamborghini,
Exactly.
I don't think so. And I'm like, I'll never really get that by just going, and when I look at that kind of thing, I'm like, that's scalable, and you could just be really good at buying and sending stuff, but there is definitely like a lot of knowledge involved in that
definitely,
because I buy stuff and send it, and then it just stays there.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of my issue. Is here I can see how much stock I've got. I think I've only got like about 450 items listed or something, so that's kind of all I've got here. Where with Amazon, I think I had 180 something items up there, or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know whether that was item, because obviously I had more than one item.
Yeah.
And once it had gone, I was like, oh, I need to buy some more stuff. And I kept feeling like I just needed to constantly chuck stuff into Amazon. And I ended up maxing out my credit card doing it. I spent $3.5 grand on Amazon stock because I just felt like I needed to feed it. And it was addictive.
Thing is, there are some things about it that are just so good. Like, there are... I mean, I can understand. I kind of understand what you're saying. Like, you feeling the need to just... Did you feel like that's what was stopping you from selling, though? Or was it because things were selling and you were, like, replenishing type thing? Or were you just stocking up for
It
Christmas
was more that,
thing?
how people say, like,
Yeah.
You list 10 items on eBay and it's just not enough.
Yeah.
So, you must keep on feeding
the beast, because everyone talks about feeding. Yeah.
That's it. And that's kind of how I felt with Amazon. I just felt like if I'm going to make good money, I need to put a lot into it. So I put a hell of a lot into it and then decided that I was in a sticky situation. And we do have another little face who I also haven't had on this channel. Hello,
Tommy.
I've come to profess my love.
Do you want me to go, Tommy?
For Zahir, I mean.
Oh.
You don't have a ring on.
I'm taken, sorry. So, so I have to be
you're right. I don't.
Don't you wish for love like Zahir and Beck? Did you see them earlier?
Oh, whatever, man.
That's so adorable.
Whatever.
Boston mug. Look at him. He's going all American. Boston.
No, this is Rebecca's actually. She just gave me coffee in that.
I sent Ronnie a picture of you in your Cape Cod hat. I think he's outsourcing. I said, he looks like a New York City cabbie now.
I love it, honestly. I so badly want to visit. I'm so desperate to visit.
It is, man. You look good in it too.
I just love it.
If we could get you in that in an A$AP Rocky shirt, you'd be.
That would be amazing. Louise, Paradox Picker wants to know, and now I want to know, why have you got so many boxes labelled D? Is that true?
She loved the D.
Oh, God.
There you go. Simple answer. There you go.
Great. Favorite letter is D.
It's just because when I was in the garage, I just had A, B, C. And when I moved here, the motor boxes were massive. When I moved here, all of my items that have a SKU code with starting with D didn't fit in one box, so I had to just spread them. That's all.
It's a better naming system than I had, because when I first started naming systems, when we bought the RC parts, we had all these big blue crates. So I just called them BBA for Blue Box A, and BBB for Blue Box B, and then we got to BBC. So obviously that dawned on me afterwards, but I was like, okay, we'll just go with it now.
People receiving your items with BBC, we're like, ooh,
no,
thankfully
not. Thankfully, I didn't put it. It's just for me. It's just here. So, but yeah, we've got a Sib K box as well.
Oh, I see Kent's here. Oh man, there's Tank.
Chernok.
What a great couple, Z and Beck.
We'll put on some ladies' shoes.
It feels mild without Andrew, doesn't it? Feel weird, kind of weird. Like I feel like we're somber.
Yeah,
it's a bit more of a classy drinking with Andrew. This is.
Yeah.
No, but without Andrew, it's not.
It's not the same. Where is he anyway? Is he
out
pretending to be out with friends?
Yeah,
he's getting drunk somewhere.
He's pretending to be out with friends, huh?
Mm-hmm. Carlo, I won't be putting on any lady. I don't like putting on shoes or anything. I'm not. Yeah, it's not my thing.
Yeah, we have Miss Louise in the United States. Trump actually did a speech for it the other day.
And if Brexit happened, you see, then I'm back. That's what it is.
At least you didn't get pregnant and all that stuff. Like, there's still hope.
Wow.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
Cheating on Andrew with tea. Yeah, I don't think Andrew would be. Well, yeah, but Louise, to be fair, it's like almost just like her thing now to have like a giant. Well, it's like a small cup. That is.
Is it? Yeah, actually a little bit smaller.
It's one of the smaller ones. Yeah.
Are they actually cups or are they cereal bowls with handles on them?
Mm.
Cereal bowls. Yeah. Have you already been? What's the time over there, Tommy?
4:00.
Have you been out today? Like
sourcing? No. I'm putting my 100 listings back up, man.
Your 100's going. Oh, okay, brilliant. Yeah, Tommy's
back on eBay.
Back on eBay.
100 listings. Do you know how hard it is to pick out of thousands of listings 100 to put on?
100. But the thing is, you got to be like Shazad says and be like, do what he'd be like, what do you need from me to, like, really not grovel, but just go with it, as it were.
Oh, I am. Like, I'm just trying to pick
just
high dollar stuff, and because it's not just the listings, it's like $5,000 cap too. So like right now, I've only listed 30 items, and I'm at 2,500 already. So on that pace, I'm only at 60 items, and I'll be tapped out.
Have they given you any update on when your main?
No, they said it. No,
indefinitely.
They just said 30 days and call back and see if they can change it. So
your main store still sucks.
Ashley's put a question in the chat. Has anyone else noticed that GSP has been turned off when items auto relist? It has been happening since last night for me. I haven't noticed that. However, I have noticed I haven't had a GSP sale in a long time.
My international is missing totally on my website, but on my phone it's there. Like I can't even check international on the website, but on my phone I can.
I can't help because I've not used GSP in forever.
They're doing something in the back, and on the back end again.
I bet GSP last week.
That cough sounds pretty rough, Louise.
It's just a tickly one, and it's one of them ones. And it's one of them like I can go all day without it, and as soon as you just want to chill or just really don't need a cough.
Did you see me earlier, Zahir? Right at the end, I saw those Stan Smiths. They're youth.
They're youth, are they?
Yeah, but make sure you do the conversion into women's and list them as youth and women's. That's what more women buy for them.
They're a UK 5, so yeah, I think they could go as women's.
So what would that be? How does that? I don't know how that works.
I'm not sure.
Like a youth 5 here, like it's like a size and a half. It's like a size and a half up for US sizes for women.
Brexit, remember? I don't think Brexit's.
He's just hot on Brexit. He said it like 9 times already.
Well, it's happening tonight, isn't it? So it's like.
Is it even a thing? Does anyone care?
Oh yeah, people are really excited, but they don't realize that nothing's actually happening for at least a year. Like,
right. But okay, so nothing's happening. I don't even know what that means. I know you're pulling away from who? You're pulling away from Ireland, lower Southern Ireland, right?
No, the whole of the EU. So all the European Union.
Well, here we better not get into this because I struggle geographically.
So imagine like everything that's in the middle.
So it's only going to be left is just England, Scotland, and Ireland, and that's it, and Wales.
Yeah.
That's it,
so,
right?
So we're just leaving the EU. So obviously all the stuff that happens in Europe, we're just not part of it anymore.
Right, and then the money's you're already separated from the money, though, right?
But the funny thing is, for the year that we're waiting, we are still bound by all the rules.
Yeah.
Except we're gonna have no say from tonight. So
So they could literally just overthrow England tonight, is what you're saying?
No, they won't do anything. I don't think anything like that will happen. I just think that people are getting they're jumping the gun a little bit.
Well, you know what this is, right? Watch the stock markets, and they're just going to tank the stock markets. All the rich people are going to buy it up, and then they're going to patch everything up and say, it's okay, folks, and run it right back to the roof.
That's what I'd love to do. I'd love to just be
able to buy stocks. It's like that with everything.
There's that saying, isn't there? Like, when there's blood on the streets, that's when there's money to be made. Like,
absolutely.
That's when you're meant to be buying, is when it's crashing down, because eventually
it's cyclical too. Like after they do that, then it'll be the next. It'll be the real estate market, and then it'll be the stock market again, then real estate, and they just run them in cycles and run them back up. That's why all of our politicians, they make $100,000 and some a year, retire multi-millionaires. How can you do that? How's that possible? It's crazy.
Yeah, my GSP is fine. I just couldn't find it for a second, but I use the business policies, and it's kind of within there, so there's no issues with it. Then obviously, if there was an issue, I could just do it in bulk.
Yeah. So now, do you think it'll affect the pound at all?
It's lost a lot of value since it started, all this stuff, but
because you guys
but that could potentially help international sales, though. That's what a lot of people will say, because obviously it will be cheaper for people abroad to buy.
So ever since you guys did not the euro
since it was announced, I think it dropped.
but you never joined the euro. You stayed separate from
No.
that, right?
Yeah.
And then the pound went down a little bit from that, right? Like originally.
A little, but no, because the euro weakened a lot as well. The euro has always been weak.
That was a smart move then, probably, to never join that, right?
I think that turned out to be a good move. But I
because
don't know.
Now it would be a really hell now trying to leave that and not have the pound anymore. What would you do?
I don't know, honestly.
They'd be paying with the paper straws over there. They'd be going to McDonald's and selling paper straws.
Tat Doctor selling novelty teapots.
Yeah,
to subtly change the subject, Tommy.
Hi, Rod.
What's that? You said what?
Nothing.
Change it. Brexit's a bad deal over there, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not worth talking about, really.
Yeah. Oh, Rod, look, happy Brexit.
Oh, God, Rod.
He's just loving it. He's like, I'm not there. I'm sweating my butt off in my shop.
Oh, gosh.
But but not just about this, but you generally, anything historically in the world that they ramp up to be crazy, going to be like catastrophic.
There's going to be a lot of I mean, there's always people that make money in recessions and things, isn't there? I mean, like imagine when the next like house recession comes, isn't it? Like there's companies that buy your house for like below market value and stuff, or they buy businesses, and there's always some gain to be had. Like from like a reselling point of view, you never know. Like if it's really bad and a lot of businesses shut down, if you're liquid, you might be able to get some bulk stock. Look at it that way. I mean, like feed off of
and we never know the true extent of it all either, right? There could be companies that are based in the UK that are part of the EU, but now they'll make them pull out because they're not, or something. You just never know. It's going to be. You might be able to get your shop back for pennies on the dollar after this.
There you go. Yeah, Rod said it as well. Yeah, best time to make money is in a recession, ironically. Yeah,
yep.
It's true. I mean, that's the number one thing, isn't it? Like, there's money to be made when there's blood in the streets. Paradox Picker's got a question.
Yeah, we buy low and sell high. He put out a video on it. That's the best. I mean, that's self-explanatory. I mean, and then the second best one is ponchos are in.
Yeah, I think they're still in.
They're in. Yeah.
I think they're
Where's
still,
yours at? Have you sold them all? You sold out yours?
No, I never really. I was telling people they were in, but I only have one poncho.
Look, Stu just won't let it. And here comes the trolls. Let Stu. He just won't let it go.
Oh, we've got a new face in.
Oh, super.
Hopefully it's Rod. Look, Stu just won't let it. And here comes the trolls.
Hello. Oh, I think you need to.
Hey guys, how you doing?
We've got a new face in.
How you doing? I gotta say, I am a big fan of all you guys.
YouTube is running.
You're gonna have to close your YouTube tab. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I just figured that out. My bad. How you guys doing? I gotta say, I'm a big fan of all you guys. You guys are awesome. I've got some great advice for all of you guys. So, yeah,
no, I feel bad now.
I've been reselling for a month now.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, so I'm new to the game.
I
gotta say, I love it though. Sorry?
Introduce yourself. Let us know what you.
Yeah, so I'm Tom, and I've been reselling. I'm really nervous. This is like my first live broadcast.
It's horrible.
So,
it is.
Are you related to Goimers by chance?
No.
You sound just like Goimers, doesn't he?
I'm from Bristol, mate. Do you know Bristol?
That's a bit. Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Goimers
that's very different to. Yeah, he's Midlands.
All right. Maybe more Wurzels.
10 minutes from me.
So yeah, my name's Tom. I have the Tax Shack, which is my initials and Shack. I got inspired to resell by Nick and Andrea Hills. Do you watch their videos?
Yeah.
So I've come across their videos. For me, it was more about quality of life rather than the money, because I'm a plumber. My money is pretty good. But it was like I was working all day, coming home and doing invoices and quotes. Wasn't able to kind of like spend time with the kids. So I sacked it off. I done my last job today. I got a driving job for Morrison's and started doing part-time reselling. So in my first month, I made £700, which I think is pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah, not bad.
You might be able to get you discounted muffins.
Yeah,
How?
hours and hours and hours of research, like so much research.
Mhm.
It's unbelievable. Watching your videos, so that's been cool.
But like
Here,
plumbing though,
you
giving
only
up
got
plumbing is a big. That's like quite a well, like you said, it's decent paying.
Yeah, well, it was more
And
about
it's self. And were you self-employed or were
I
you
am,
working for?
yeah, I've got my vans on the
Yeah.
drive. But
So
for
you
me,
weren't
it was
working for like a plumbing company
no,
type thing.
self-employed. Yeah.
That's
But it was
interesting.
quality of life wasn't there. I work in 7 till 4, then coming home, chasing quotes, chasing leads, chasing invoices, having to go out on weekends to look at jobs.
Yeah,
And I just wasn't. You were talking in your last chat, Sahir, about date night and about quality of life, and having that time with your family and how important that is. So for me, it was like, as long as the bills are paid and I got a bit of income coming in, then I'm happy, because at the end of the day, we're going to die essentially.
Mhm.
I don't want to work for a system all my life and then just die. I want to enjoy what I've got.
And the world
But I
doesn't
think-
even blink when we go in the ground. The world
But I
doesn't
think
even
that's
blink.
interesting. I think that's interesting though, because like you've gone from like you were self-employed already, so like a lot of people that are normally like employed by someone and they don't like the structure about employment, and so they look at this kind of stuff like reselling as a way to get away from that structure. But in a way,
Yeah.
you were already your own boss.
Yeah.
You still had
Yeah.
some flexibility as to what jobs you took on, right? If you
Yeah.
didn't like a job or you didn't like the look of a job, you could refuse it. You could choose how many jobs a day you wanted. So a lot of people would say, actually, didn't you have that flexibility? So it's interesting that even that
Not really,
was-
because once after a few years, you start to develop a clientele, and there's an expectation on you to deliver, isn't there? And all my work came from word of mouth. But I learned a lot as a self-employed businessman, I guess. I had a business coach for years, Andrew Cousins from Action Coach. You find him on LinkedIn. He's brilliant. So all I've done really is took everything that I've learned from my business coach and being self-employed and just put it into this, essentially. I've just changed the model. But with this model, I get to go out into different towns and get to meet different people and get to go out picking. And I'm a big American Pickers fan as well. I love all that.
stuff.
Yeah.
One thing though, don't you think that this could equally become as demanding though? Like
I don't think so, because
you've got like
There's always sugar problems.
my heart wasn't in my plumbing. My heart wasn't there.
Your hands were though.
My hands were there, but my heart wasn't.
I think Ken said it best. That is literally a shitty job.
Plumbing.
Yeah.
It depends
it
on
pays
the
well
type
here.
of plumbing you're doing.
Plumbers are in the UK. They're
Plumbers,
like get paid very
any
well.
trade like that you call out here.
On
it's
average, I was
electricians.
taking probably profit as a plumber in the UK. I was taking $4,000 a month take home easy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that'll take some doing reselling, like
Yeah, but like I said, it's not for me. It's not about money. You were talking about the car. It's about the quality of life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
but
could
feel
do
the
and the thing
quality
is,
of a
with plumbing,
Lamborghini
I've
seats,
always,
man. I mean,
I've always got it as well. I've always got that skill. So it's not like it's gonna disappear.
And it's always in demand. Like people
Always
always
in
going to be
demand,
blocking their U-bends. I mean,
That's the same thing for me. It's like I've still got a teaching degree. I'm not haven't quit it and then lost that and then I've got to go do it again.
That's right.
And now you guys are making me feel bad because I've got nothing. I can't go back to anything.
You've got,
Like,
you've got
this is an improvement.
career.
If you ever get a call to go to Wrexham, there's hazard pay there. Just so you know.
Tommy, you from the US?
Yes.
I follow a reseller in the US. Is it Tornado?
No, never heard of them.
Josh? Is it Josh Tornado?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
America, you call them thrift stores over there, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I've watched a few of the American picking videos. They're really interesting. Your charity shops are huge over there, aren't they?
They're monstrous. Yes, they are.
Like, yeah.
They
And you have all these
full of
bins.
junk, most of them.
Yeah.
Like,
they're
so full.
The prices, it's the prices in the UK. The prices in your thrift stores or your charity shops are ridiculous in some of them,
It depends where you're at. Like they try to mark everything up. Like all the Goodwills have an online store. So like they have, if you go on like eBay and look at and type in Goodwill, they have like hundreds, it seems like, of their own Goodwill stores that they auction all the good stuff off from Goodwill.
Right.
So then they have the outlets, the bins they call them. So there's so many different angles with it, and it's all up to the person they hire. They find to do the pricing. They hire someone to come in and do eBay pricing. So like mine at my store, she knows very little, and what she does know is dead wrong. So she'll try to mark some random item up to $50. It's worth $5, but the $50 item she marks at $5. That's worth $50. You know, she just has no knowledge, and they don't have any knowledge of how eBay works with solds, and they just go by the first thing they see listed and throw it up. I've talked to them about it many times. It's so
the conversion rate, though, if you can get a good price, is phenomenal. If you've got a good pick, isn't it? It's like massive.
What do you mean here? Yeah, but it's all relative, though. I mean, it's like I was just talking about this with Jody Matoma this morning, because he was like explaining everything he said he was explaining. But in the U.S., it's this. But it's not really like, you know, you guys, your pound's worth more than our dollar. But still, our cost of living is much lower. So your pound's worth more, but your cost of living's more. So it washes out at the end, really, at the end of the day. That's how I look at it.
Our taxes are higher as well, but we have luxuries like you know,
healthcare.
the NHS.
Healthcare,
yeah, we have that. I mean, a lot of our tax and resources go into that. Although,
and like for me to buy healthcare is $1,500 a month.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and it was like an ambulance call out is like $2,000 for an ambulance.
Well, they really they love people that don't have insurance here, because if they're gambling with it. Insurance gets a reduced rate. They pay only a portion of what someone pays out of pocket. They have contracts. So, like, say I used to work for an eye doctor. Someone who came in on the like state plan, like the Medicaid or Medicare, like when they retire, they get like a supplemental health care when people retire, like 62 or whatever it is. They pay $25 for an eye exam. That's $25 for an eye exam. But me to go in, now this was 20 years ago. For me at that time to go in off the street to pay for that eye exam, it was $200.
Right.
Because you would think it would be like opposite. The people with the paying cash would get the discount, and the people paying with insurance would get normal. But the insurances tell them how much they're going to get, and that's it. Like the doctors don't have a say. They just say you're getting this, and you're going to accept it, and that's it. So they make up on everyone else.
Louise, I want to say something. So are you itching to get back out and pick then? Now you've sorted out all your stock, your back stock.
Yeah, I think my back stock was all sort of stuff that wasn't very good. So it's all kind of £10, £14 items. I like to pick up items that are going to get me like 20 quid a time, you know. So I'm itching to get back out there and get
I went out today and done a little bit of picking. I said to myself I wasn't going to pick anything until I got everything listed. So I managed to get 90% listed, and I got 10% drafted, ready for photos. But I got some good picks today. I was working in County Durham, up north in the UK, and it was my last plumbing day. And it's quite I don't want to say poverty stricken, but it's quite a small town, you know. And I walked into the charity shop there, and everything was 25 pence. I could not believe it.
Okay.
Well, we can't really see them from this angle, Kim, but she got nice racks too. We're trying to look over there.
Hold on.
Yeah, I missed that.
You ever see? You know who he reminds me of? You've seen our Amish people, right? Have you ever seen our Amish people? You look like an Amish person that ran off to England.
Who, me?
Yeah, breaking Amish.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Have you ever seen it, Amish? Like the Amish?
Yeah, I know what Amish is. It's a religious thing, right? Yeah.
Well, I guess you could call it that. Yeah.
This is my style. I play drums. I'm in a band in the UK, so this is kind of me. This is who I am.
Amish.
Yeah.
You need to change your brand name to Breaking Amish. You'll go through the roof. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Breaking Amish.
Yeah, change the band over. So here, you've never seen Amish here?
I've seen I've watched movies and stuff where they mock them and stuff.
But you've never
Like,
actually like seen a picture of them or anything?
No, not
Just-
like.
I thought they
not
wore
really.
all
I've
black.
watched. I've watched movies. I think. Yeah.
Well, they
I
do,
don't
but they
know.
wear the top
No,
hat and they wear the
they build
suspenders.
things out.
This is
yeah.
a trilby, my friend. This is not a top hat.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
It's pointy, more than pointy than his hat, so that's
Yeah.
top hat enough.
Oh, is there a difference? I don't know. I don't.
So what made you guys get into reselling then? Because I just started selling a few things from the van and I made a few bucks. And then I got given this big bag of women's clothes, which, by the way, was a nightmare to list because I know nothing about women's clothes. And then I went from there, and then I used that money and just bought some other stuff, and then that sold. And then, yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm going by eye, really, because I don't know brands or anything. So, like, if I see something Disney, I'll pick it up, you know, or like this here is a Sony amp. I picked up for $5. I should get like 40, 50.
You love using bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just,
Americanism.
just to compensate for our American friend.
I
there.
say, how much did you pay? Like £3 or something?
Well,
Did he say what's a quid?
Huh? £5? Well, that's more like
£5 sterling.
That's like $8 then.
$8. I've got some of these Harry Potter books. I mean, that was pretty cool. Do you know much about VHS?
Do you know to look every single thing up before you buy it, so you're not just guessing and losing money?
Yeah, well, I'm not. It's educated guesses rather than just guessing. I've probably done 250 hours of YouTube videos.
Well, that's your first mistake.
God.
And
If you watch any American YouTubers,
no English YouTube.
No, yeah, don't watch American.
They're no better. The English
Shut them
ones.
off.
Just to see what's selling. And what I've done as well is I looked at last year's February sales. So when I go out, I try and pick for February, and I try and keep it in the season as well. So try and know your season. So if it's quiet, I kind of do research or get my stuff listed. But yeah, like Easter's coming up. People buy toys for Easter, right? So I started putting a few toys on and stuff like that. Do you ever buy new produce, or is it? Do you ever? Yeah.
But educated
New
guesses
and
don't
used, yeah.
really work when you have money on the line, do they? Here, and like,
Do you know what? Like, I think like the question was it about like what got you into it and stuff?
Yeah, what
right?
got you into reselling? How did it all take off for you?
I think
desperation.
See, I'm not. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the Glock fan said, like, why was I discouraging you when you first commented? And I was like, oh, why did you leave plumbing? And it's like, for me, I've said this many times. If I had a good job, like for example, that was paying me like $4,000 a month after costs, I'm not even sure I would have ever looked at reselling to even know. Like personally, I wouldn't have even. So for me, it was definitely that. Like I basically spent all my life working jobs that paid poorly, and I one day had the epiphany that I could just pay myself poorly, and so that's pretty much that's what got me into it. So I've always had more respect for people like yourself and Louise and Tommy that have left like decent pay, because I actually find that would be a harder decision.
It's hard
personally. Like if I was earning like 50 grand a year or 100 grand a year, I think I'd probably just be like happy in my job. And I'd be happy with it because I'd never had that kind of earning, because I've always worked in like retail, and retail is a very poor paying it's just a bad place to work.
Dave, he says, I'm spot on. Ignore the US YouTubers, and you and Tracy are the first to be subbed. No, ignore us too, because we don't help new people. We're bad.
So
Andrew, I don't know. Are you having a crisis, Andrew? Do we need you on here? I think Andrew's having a crisis.
Andrew's having a crisis.
Is he home, or is he out in the streets wandering around naked?
No, he's still out running the streets.
He should come on.
What's this?
Yeah, come on live.
Reselling. Yeah, I do the same, Carl. I got a part-time job at Morrison's driving the vans. 3 days a week. I can concentrate 2 days a week on this, and it works for me. But I've had nothing as well. I mean, 10 years ago, I was homeless on the streets, and like now I'm married and, I've had my own business and, life's good. So I just think, take a risk in life. Why not?
Andrew, tell me he's not related to Gormers, Andrew. Say it ain't so.
Andrew wants his hat as well.
Right, I'll let you guys get off then, and well, I'll carry on watching, but let Andrew come on and have a
No,
chat. with
Andrew
you.
wants your hat. He doesn't want your spot.
Oh, he wants my hat.
Yeah, he don't want your
hat.
spot. He wants your hat.
Andrew's out.
Yeah,
You're welcome to the hat.
He's walking around Wrexham naked if you want to go meet him.
I'll put it on the shop, Andrew. You can.
Tracy's got a question. Why the hell are you following the American you mentioned?
Who's Tornado?
Yeah, I guess so.
Tracy, we're trying to be nice.
This is Louise's channel.
I know, this isn't our channel.
Like his style. There you go. She likes his style. There you go.
Have a
happy now, Tracy.
What was it? He what?
Liked his style.
Oh, his style. Oh. Because the Amish type?
The Amish type, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the badger, mate. That's the
Not that.
So what were you asking about VHS before you? Was it like actual tapes?
Oh, yeah, so
or...
I picked up a Barney VHS. Apparently,
tapes.
That's good. Yeah, VHS tapes. Have you had much luck with VHS?
I've
Black label.
no. But yeah, Tommy's going to be very facetious now and say black label. Yeah.
Hey, Lonnie picked them up, remember?
Most VHS tapes are like.
Is that the black one? That's the Disney one with the phallus, isn't
it? Garbage. They're garbage.
Don't the VHS tapes in general aren't worth much money.
Unless they're horror.
The only ones you need to look out for are like uncertified, like 80s, 70s, 60s horror movies. Or if you buy like a job lot of, or if you get like
this for £1 today, VHS is.
What? That's a
sealed.
Box set. You never know. Well, if it's factory sealed, it may have some kind of.
But you know, you can that with your eBay app, and it'll tell you exactly what it's worth before you even buy it.
Yeah, I got a scanner. I got one of them scanner things.
You got one on your phone, bro. You got one on your phone.
I keep forgetting to take it into the shop. I feel awkward just going through
you'll
the
get used to
like,
that's just part. No, that's just part of it. You'll get used.
You're gonna get tired of losing
it.
money though faster than losing.
Well, I've not lost money yet. I've only spent 80 quid and I've made 700, so I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you know, you just keep on. You'll learn as you go along, and you know you're obviously enthusiastic about it, and you'll soon get into the habit of using your phone in the shop because no one cares. Honestly.
WWF VHS done well for me. Yeah, there's WWE and WWF, and WWF was before WWE.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, WWF is the good stuff.
Rob's making a good point.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, and Lego's pretty good to get into apparently. Say, but
if you like it,
seems really time consuming. I don't know if I've got the patience for it.
Rod, this is Louise's stream. She's a lady, and we got look at the Snapchat.
I'm all good. You lot are chatting about like men things. I talk about clothes.
No, I'm talking about Rod.
Hey, did you not see the toast trousers I picked up?
I did.
Yes, I did see them. Well done.
Toast is
good, right?
I need to get into the ladies bins more.
Corduroy good as well, apparently.
Corduroy. Yeah, I'm a big proponent of cords all the way. Not any old corduroy.
They're like Levi's or something.
Yeah, like Levi's brands or like decent brands or like even the vintagey ones.
I found some made in USA corduroy the other days here. They're mint. They are mint.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I got
it's so funny when you guys say like Levi's. It's like I think someone said I don't even pick. Was it Ronnie? Ronnie doesn't even touch Levi's.
We don't
like,
pick them up.
It's like
terrible for us.
Here, if we see Levi's, we're like, yep, because it's guaranteed.
The only ones I'll pick up is corduroy made in USA or 501 made in USA. The orange tab. That is it. There's nothing else. Because
is it here? I said I said to you earlier, you've got that sewing machine listed, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because that's my wife's 2 sewing machines up there. She's a seamstress.
Oh right, wow.
So I might be sending you a little offer for that one.
Okay, it's a high price item, you know.
Yeah, is it 999?
Yeah,
are you in a market for a Bentley jacket?
It's 1400. Oh yeah, screw you, Tommy. That Bentley jacket. You know what? I'm gonna burn that thing. I think.
Bentley jacket.
Yeah, I can't sell a Bentley jacket to save my life. It's cashmere and wool as well, and no one wants it.
Yeah.
Andrew's on fire tonight. I didn't know you had a stalker too, Louise.
Yeah.
I love all your backdrops. How you're all set up as well. I'm in my kitchen.
Is he being for real or is he joking about that?
It's not as full on as his one, but it was a little bit worse when I was doing YouTube a bit more often.
Is that part of the reason?
Weird stuff in the chat, doesn't he? I've seen that.
Yeah, he really sort of backs me up and really slags Andrew off, which isn't really fair. So
is it is that part of the reason why you've like not done as much, or is it just busyness?
Exact reason. Yeah. just because of that one person.
Just that one person. They're that important and influential.
So yeah,
Wow.
I can't have
Must
anybody.
be.
You were lying.
It's such a
I thought she was
wallflower.
being for real for a minute.
No, yeah, no, she's legit completely.
Oh man,
That's terrible.
Ken Daigle says it's him in disguise. Don't ban him.
I don't even know how to
Type
do
in
that.
chat so I can follow him.
One
Hey,
story.
He wants to follow you.
Yeah, I'll
Dude,
just say
he reminds me of Goimers, does he not?
I think there's like a twang.
Yeah,
I think there's a twang that you, as an American, that I can get where you're coming from, but they are very different accents.
Right. It's
kind of like,
I'm not trying to insult.
Yeah, no. I appreciate what you're saying. Because I'm the same with American accents. Like,
right.
there must be so many. Like, it's so ignorant to say an American accent.
I know.
Like, I can only differentiate between the really blatant ones, like, you know, like from really southern to like New York.
Right.
And
we take it
just like you can. Well, but just like you guys can tell, like the Scouse accent because it's so extreme. You know,
I don't know if I've ever heard a real Scouse accent.
Is there a way of typing in the live comments?
You got to go to YouTube.
You'd have to go into YouTube. You know where you've typed where it says private chat to the right of it. It says live comments, but I'm not sure you can actually type.
No, I can't. It's just someone would ask you to follow. But if it's hashtag Tax Shack, it's on the name there. Just put that in, you'll see.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There you go. Okay.
Your chat is getting out of hand. They're funny.
The chat, yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying, like accents. Like, I can tell how it would feel if you were like not from the UK, but they are from the UK. You can tell there's a massive difference between Tax Shack's accent and Tom's accent, and someone.
We do have
from Goimer's neck of the woods.
Southern.
Like technically, you should think Goimer is more similar to Louise's accent in theory.
We literally live like 10 minutes away from each other.
There you go.
But isn't it like that in America as well, though? Each state sounds like a different tongue and a different lingo.
Yeah, I mean, sort of, yeah. You do hear a big difference.
Like your southern states are really quite hillbilly, aren't they? And then
I get told that I have the hillbilly drawl a lot, and it drives me bonkers. Like I hate it.
No, I've heard hillbillier than that.
Oh yeah. There's definitely. There was one on today. I wanted somebody to hear. Tried to tell Mel to come watch it because she loves the hillbilly. Mel loves hillbillies.
Yeah.
Her first question about anyone is, "Do you live near the alligators?" No matter who it is, like she's obsessed. I'm like,
yeah, it's crazy. I love swamp people.
I struggle with his. He's asking if he struggle with his Aussie accent. Definitely.
Oh yeah, Roger, way too Aussie.
Have you seen
my
the clip that I have?
My wife's got a really strong Essex accent. It could be quite annoying at times. Is she watching?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right,
where Rod's cussing the frog when he's running out of the shop. It's really hard to understand him in that one.
Oh, Louisiana, man, Cajun. I used to watch that Gator People show so much. Like,
Gator People show.
I don't know. I think it was
Swamp People.
Like that.
Swamp
probably,
people,
yeah.
Swamp People.
Oh, just the best show I've ever seen.
What do you think?
I love the American TV shows. Like Top Gear is probably the best British TV show. I think.
Stu's comment. Oh gosh.
That's hilarious.
Goimer is like a legend.
I've actually seen him for a while.
No, he's actually a legend. That last time was the, I think do you know what Andrew did there was like the most gentlemanly thing ever though. Like
I know, Andrew for that. Man.
No, I've got ultimate respect for that. Like, Andrew showed like another side to character there, like that a lot of people probably didn't know that he had there. That was such a. No, I know, but like sometimes people. I'm talking about like the casual viewer that might come across Andrew and be like, "What's this guy just drinking on the internet?"
Or the people like,
whereas if you've met him, you know that the guy is like a diamond, isn't he? And that was the first time I think that you'd seen it on the internet.
Oh man!
Because normally he's always joking and he's normally just being an idiot, isn't he? So but that time he did that one gesture I thought was just godlike. Because you're right, I would have just let him rip. I would have just let him like dribble, and I would have waited for the face plant.
I love the American auction shows. Like picking shows. Not American pickers, but the live auction ones. They should do more of that in the UK, where they bid for the bins.
Oh, you know what? They've done similar show. They've done a UK version of Story
Have they done a
something,
UK version?
and I think they
Story
purposely
Hunter, is that it?
found the
Story Wars?
yeah, I don't know, something like that.
It's
But they
so
found the
garbage.
most annoying people. Like,
Yeah, it's
it was-
comical though, isn't it?
oh no, but it wasn't. It was just excruciating. It was just
Was
they got
it?
the mix wrong.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm
Question:
wanting
What
to
is
know
Louise
that
drinking?
you're wearing braces.
I am, yeah.
I only just
Yeah.
noticed that it blended so well.
Most plumbers have to wear them, don't they?
Oh my
Oh,
god, yeah.
is
That
it
is
like
so
an-
cool. It's like a
Are you
room.
really bum crack picker by
Yeah.
chance?
So they have hammers and spanners on them.
you said you play in a band. What instrument
Yeah.
do you play?
The
I
pipe.
play drums.
You play the drums. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about learning the bass.
Bass is a cool instrument, man. It's a nice thing to learn.
You play
But
the pipe.
that's as far as I've gotten. I've thought
Just
about
thinking
learning.
about it. Yeah.
It's
Drum-
there. It's just
music.
over there.
I played guitar for years, and then I just decided I struggled to progress on it, so I decided to start playing drums. I took to it
Me
quite
too. Have one more than one string, and I'm out.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you in jazz and Dave?
Are you what?
Sorry,
What do you say?
Rod, that's more of a UK thing, but yeah, Rod has just asked.
Are you in Chess and
Chaz
Dave?
and Dave?
I don't know.
Yeah,
What
Chaz and
that is.
Dave. Yeah, it's funny.
Lobster said that you dress like that to play in your band, and we dress like that to go to Walmart. And
Yeah, I don't
Funny.
understand American humor, but I'm sure that was funny.
yeah,
Had-
Walmart is like what is it like over there at Tesco?
There's a there's a meme over in the US, isn't it? Like people shopping
People at
in
Walmart,
Walmart.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Right.
can you
That's
can
what they-
YouTube
they-
it.
That's Asda, isn't it? Then Asda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you just YouTube it, it's quite funny. I mean, we've seen
Who's
it.
your
over-
football team? They want to know. Man,
Say that.
Is Man United your
I
football
don't
team?
like football. I've never liked football. I couldn't get into it. I'm more rugby. I like rugby.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. I've never really been a football fan.
You know you're
Are they-
missing your calling. Being a plumber, you could have done like a Blue Man Group type thing with all those PVC pipes and like. Tell me that's not the way to get. That's brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Our junk
Yeah.
girl says I think it's a cool look. There you go. You got some
Yeah,
support as
It's
well.
it reminds me of I don't know. I don't even know how to
Thanks,
explain
Jim.
it. It definitely reminds me of like Breaking Amish, like goes mainstream.
It's kind of it is a kind of a band look. You can tell, you know, he's
Mhm.
into.
Yeah, and it helps cover all my tattoos because I got a full back tattoo. and, like,
Oh, you don't look like that, man.
A full
Okay,
back
kinda
tattoo. God,
Wow,
almighty.
you don't look like that. You don't look
Yeah.
like you that type. Does he? You don't come across that type to me.
no, well, I don't know. I think the stigma for tattoos in America is slightly different in the UK.
Oh, up
It's
yours,
not gang
Rod.
related or anything like that. You
Okay.
know?
Man City support him, man.
Man City.
Happy
I never.
for
My
Man
son
City.
likes football. I can never get into it. I've
Football's-
tried. I don't understand it.
Oh, football is pretty awesome. I have a full back tattoo too, says Paradox Pickup. What you
Yeah.
got?
I've got a big oak tree on my back with blossom and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
No,
I've got
no.
music symbols down the back of my neck here as well.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Drew. We don't want to see the tats.
No,
Show
I'm
us
not.
your tats,
I'm not.
bro.
I'm not stripping off. It's
Yeah.
not tats.
Yes, yeah, this is.
It's not tat season.
Yeah.
No, maybe in the summer.
So here.
Well, listen, my wife's going to be home in a minute, so I'm going to have to get off.
Okay.
Oh, you are like Goimers then, scared of the wife.
No, but he's
no,
sober.
She's out having a
He's
Our
sober
she-
and
she's
coherent.
out having a curry night with the girls. So
Okay.
Yeah. Where's Rod at?
let's set up a
Talk
watch
about-
on and do some
take
stuff.
over
like that.
Louise's channel.
Look at Ken's comment.
What did he say? I'm paying citizens for order.
What is it? Yes, Joe, I do. It's called the ODs on Facebook. We'll have a
Louise
look.
gonna get yanked out too.
Sorry, what was your band again? Sorry,
It's
say
called
again,
the
sorry.
ODs. It's the ODs.
The
The
ODs.
overdosers? The overdosers?
No, it's basically I lived in a village called Great Ousburn in North Yorkshire, and the OD stands for the Great Ousburn Dads, essentially. So it's like a
North
dad
Yorkshire
band.
down to Bristol.
Dad bods are cool, right?
Yeah, so we played covers mainly, like Pinball Wizard, to name
Dave
a few.
Matthews Band.
Bit of ska, you know.
That's
Bit of ska.
You got a
Yeah.
YouTube channel to put those videos on, so people can.
Yeah, well, you can find it on Facebook, I suppose.
Ah, cool.
The ODs.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's here. I remember I showed you a football shirt the other day, and you were like, "Oh, for that price, just grab it." Well, I got home and had a player on the back, and I don't know who the player is. I can't figure it out. Alpaco
Okay.
or something.
I don't know that
I walk,
name
past,
either.
I walk past a lot of football shirts in the charity shops here for really cheap, but I can never tell if they're going to be worth anything or
Me
not.
neither.
Just
I've yet to
old.
sell one yet.
Go by the advertising if you can't tell.
Yeah,
Go
like,
by the
I think
advertising.
one that had a Atari on the front. They're worth a few quid, aren't
If
they?
if it's got like an old kind of sponsor, like I recently
No,
sold.
I think that was your one, was it?
Yeah, there was an Amiga.
Yeah,
It had
Amiga,
Amiga
that
on
was
it. Yeah.
So so sometimes the
or-
adverts are worth more than the player.
Well, yeah, it can give you an idea of age. There's also like quite a few websites about kit history. You can always just like educate yourself and familiarize yourself with all the different kits because they'll literally have for every team every kit since like the 1900s and stuff. So obviously, you're not going to find any from like 1920, but you likely find some from the 80s, 90s, and early noughties.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi TK. Northallerton. Yeah, that's just up the road.
Do you remember that one's the here I showed you when I was in the store?
I do. That was a proper Olympic Lyon one. So Rob.
No, not that one. No, the orange. It's got orange on the front. It's got an M.
Yeah, wasn't that Olympic Lyon?
No, that was the other one, the green one.
Oh, I don't know.
This one's got.
No, this is the French one.
Yeah, this one's got Droit.
Yeah, it's Olympic Lyon.
Oh, is it?
Isn't it? Or Marseille, is it? I don't know. Which one is it? I can't tell. I can't remember now.
League One Conforama. Orange, and it says Droit.
Rod needs to wind his neck in, man. Man, City fan chatting all that.
Bring him on in. Get him in here.
Yeah, it's shameful. I didn't sell the bike jersey.
No, but I'm
No
going to
worries.
continue watching anyway. Louise, thank you so much for having me on. And yeah, be blessed.
Take care.
Bye, Tommy. Bye, bye.
Yeah, we need Tracy to do a show on football shirts. I think maybe for a couple hours.
Football shirts, man.
I can't. They don't sell here worth of crap, man. I pick them up just for fun.
No, but if you get an old one, it'll sell internationally. But the one you got there should sell.
I have one sitting that's like rare as rare can be, but I guess the shipping just puts it off, you know.
Maybe.
Dig out the rugby tops. Where's Rod at? Crystal Palace sponsored by. What's that?
He's in Australia, Tommy.
Oh, okay. Does that really exist over there?
Apparently.
The flat earthers are now claiming that Australia does not exist.
That's their loss, then, I think, isn't it?
Just when you think that they can't get any worse, then they start seeing these things. Like, how can you just say a whole country that's the size of?
What are you actually being serious?
Yes, it's a new thing.
Who's a flat earther?
They don't think the Earth is round; they're flat.
No, I can appreciate that. Who is? Is there anyone here that's a flat earther?
No.
If there is, I think that's grounds. I think that's grounds to ban someone. Oh,
I know, right? Like, so
hello, Rod.
So if Rod sends us his GPS location and it shows him in Australia, how do they explain that? Like, is there like
they'll just not? They won't believe the voodoo GPS. They won't believe it.
Rod, have you heard that at all? The flat earthers saying that Australia does not exist now.
No, I haven't. Sorry.
It's the craziest thing I've ever heard of.
Living proof that Australia does exist.
Can you confirm that you are in Australia, Rod?
I'm in Wigan.
Where's the pie?
In here, mate. How are you all?
Good.
Doing well.
Are you doing?
I'm glad to see you've got your drawers behind you in proper sequential order this time, Louise. It was doing my head in last time.
Me last time, so they were
yes, very nice.
Although there's already tat creep in the nice new house. Already tat creep. There's Andrews in the chat. You can just get him to in public confirm that he will take all your Amazon stock.
You know what? I texted him earlier and he said, "Oh, if I had any money, I would." So he also sent me a video, thankfully, of all his stuff, and I think he's got plenty.
Andrew's stock is just beyond Yeah, it's kind of like when I saw Chernok's basement. It just
You got anxiety from his basement, thousands of miles away.
yeah. I'd like the contents. You know, I like the contents.
So little steps, one at a time.
But man alive.
And he's buying more daily. He's supposed. I mean,
I
daily.
know. Why is he still buying stuff?
He's like,
He's
The thing is,
addicted.
do you know what the thing is? It's difficult not to keep buying stuff, but I've just seen how quickly I've built up a backlog of stock, and it happens in a blink of an eye. It really does. Like you can be on point and be buying and listing, and then all it needs is a couple of good days out, and then you can be behind, and then more behind, and then suddenly, before you know it, you've got crates of clothes that need. You know, I haven't even listed that Baywatch swimsuit yet. I thought that would have been listed ages ago, but there's so much stuff in there that I've not listed. It's crazy.
Are you modelling it?
I want to sell it, Rod. Yeah, so no.
Hang on, I've got a horrible thought in my mind now.
Oh yeah, exactly.
trying to get it out.
Back hair and stuff, you know, like.
did you sell your receiver rod and everything?
Sorry,
Your
no,
stereo.
it's still gathering dust in my container.
Shipping kills that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a heavy item. It's 7.5 kilos without the packaging.
The problem with amps, is AV amps in the amp world, like they lose value like really quickly, because unfortunately AV amps tend to be sold on their features. Yeah. Whereas stereo amps, you can have a really old one and it still be valuable because it's still valuable for being good at stereo. Whereas AV amps are all about like the latest and greatest. So you can have an amp that's just a couple of years old, and it will just tank because they do produce them quite cheaply now. So
yeah, you've really cheered me up now. Thanks.
No, but it's good. But it's a good. No, you'll still sell it. You'll still sell it for like I've got an old amp listed, and you'll have, you know, you'll have no problem selling it. The demand is there, but it's just when you're out looking, AV amps tend to be, you have to be kind of a bit more careful.
Yeah, selective.
Yeah, just because, you know, like that one, I don't know, does it have HDMI on it, or is that
yeah, it's got all, well, I think so, yeah.
No, if it's got HDMI, then you'll have a better chance of selling it like for good money because it's obviously a more current connection. But you'll find loads of amps out there with composite video and S video and stuff, and those are going to be like, you know,
hard sell or harder sell.
Yeah.
Oh well. I'm wondering
no, it'll still sell. No, it'll still sell. Exactly. I'm not saying it like that.
All this because I just mentioned Crystal Palace a few times.
No.
How was your January, Rod?
Well, yesterday would have been my first day of zero sales in 3 years. The last time was 3 years ago. Had it not been for some generous person buying a $3 disc, a DVD. So yeah, it saved the day. So I can just about afford a chicken burger.
No Lamborghini. No Lamborghini like you want.
No, I've had to. Well, I'm more of a Ferrari man myself, but I've had to just tell them to back off a bit. So,
okay.
I saw someone driving one of those fake Lamborghinis today. You know the 4x4. You know the 4x4s. It's like why would you buy a 4x4 Lamborghini? It's like a
Tesla next. That's my next one.
A Tesla. Do you know one thing that weirds me out though? Right, is I know they have their own sound, but when you're paying like it's the sound. Like when you hear like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a McLaren.
I'm not all for that.
Sound.
I love the tech part of it. I just love.
That's
like
me as well.
I know the car is insane, and there is something about instant torque. Like it is like it's like Knight Rider. It's pretty awesome, but
think
for me, when it comes to like that dream, when I'm dreaming of this stuff, the sound, like when you turn that key and you hear that engine, because I'm wondering, I've often thought about this, like when Lamborghini and stuff start doing their electric cars and things like that, like they're gonna have to still
Like a speaker.
well, yeah, they might. Who knows? Who knows? You laugh, but in RC cars, they have that feature, like
Yeah.
because there's petrol RC cars and then there's electric RC cars, and just like in the real world, electric RC is completely taken over from petrol because petrol's messy and more hassle. Electric's actually faster and cleaner, but certain manufacturers actually do have sound boxes to emulate an engine, so that when you
Wow.
yeah.
I was in a taxi
Thought you
over
might
here
know
not
that.
so long ago. I was in a taxi over here not so long ago, and it was one of them. Doesn't know what it is car. You know, it don't think it's a petrol or a electric. What they call it, hybrids.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
And it pulled up at the traffic lights, and the engine stopped. Like
Yeah.
the noise of the engine stopped.
Ours do too. Ours all shut off at the red lights, and as soon as I let off the
Yeah.
brake, it
And
goes.
I thought I was gonna have to get out and push it. That would be the not selling point for me, because when you're at traffic lights, I've had some real old banger dodgy cars, and you know you rev the engine just to make sure the thing's still going, and if you can't hear the engine, there's no like confidence factor in it for me.
I'll stop start now though, even because I've got a diesel car, and it just stops starts anyway. So I think most of them have a stop start function
Yeah.
because eco, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can turn it off. Like I can turn it off on my car.
Yeah,
So-
when I think when I had like a hire car from my last job, it was like a new car, and yeah, every time it wasn't electric at all. It was just petrol, but it would stop automatically when you stop the car, and it would just start up.
But doesn't it use more fuel on the startup than
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
starts idling?
Before it stop start was a thing. Yeah, if you kept up turning your engine on and off, I think it.
With the ignition,
would.
yeah.
I think obviously the whole idea of it is that there must be some sort of process in it that it doesn't.
Who
So
knows?
I wouldn't like that.
Kind of,
No, it made me feel really uncomfortable as well, Rod, because I was like sat there in traffic, and sometimes I'd be like, it's just because I'd be like, come on, because you want it to just, and it does, it pops on when you go, but like I always had that nag,
Yeah.
the issue that you have is like when you've sort of come to a stop, kind of like if you're driving in manual and you just sort of put it into first gear and then you've got to pull off. You're like, what gear am I in? It's kind of that whole sort of situation. You've just come to a stop. Your engine's just turned off, but the lights have just turned green. You're like, come on, start back up. It's that awkward sort of.
It's more of like it's more of a delay in you than the car. The cars are really responsive at it. It's not, they've not introduced the feature and made the cars any less responsive. But I think like Dave says, it's about emissions rather than fuel consumption, isn't it? It's more about emissions.
Yeah, definitely.
I had stopped start cars 20 years ago. They were just crap cars.
Yeah,
It wasn't an automatic stop start.
yeah. It was,
I can't see the chat. Sorry, I can't.
Matt Sells asks if all the cars are automatic in America.
Oh, all of them? No, by no means.
that's the other thing. I wouldn't want like an automatic. If I
Yeah, I've got
like
an automatic.
when in the future I get my Lamborghini, it's gonna have to have a shift. It's gonna have to. I can't understand. Like I know it sounds silly, but there's something about.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you're more like that, you gotta be able to.
Yeah, you gotta feel it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but if you ramp it into, obviously, if you're in, I don't know, fourth gear and you want to kind of have that bit of a boost, knock it down to third, you kind of do have that oomph. But my car goes into sport mode. It has a sport mode thing, so it just takes longer to go into them gears, so it has that oomph. And then it goes into sort of like a dynamic mode, so it has that oomph if you need it.
What
And
is it? A Honda? What is it? What kind of car is it?
Audi
Oh, Audi. Oh, like an S4 or something?
A3.
A3.
Oh
Yes.
my God!
That's
You're selling some gear to afford one of them, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, I got it when I was teaching, so I had some money back then. But I'm still paying for it now. So
Kent's being rather cheeky today. Like Louise, I love the stick.
Is yours a sticker and automatic, Louise? I was half listening.
Automatic.
Okay, yeah.
My
Well,
son
don't
just
mind
bought
automatics.
My son just bought a
I mean-
Subaru. Oh, the You know what? I would wear the Subaru Chav hat happily as well.
you just bought a Subaru?
No, I would love to. I wouldn't mind. Over here, owning a Subaru is not a good thing. It's as far as I'm
here
concerned,
either.
it's seen as really, really like certain people drive those cars. It's seen
Well,
like
over
that.
here it's the Air Force, the military. They all drive them, and like it's kind of
No, that's a different reason. Like here, Subarus are associated with like.
well,
you know,
Porsche owns them, right? They're Boxster engines. So I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm not sure.
Now, people don't like them because of people. There's like an image with Subaru drivers.
Okay, yeah. Well, there is
like boy racer type. You know, like
Fast and Furious. What's that?
You say that it's chavvy. Go on, say it.
Yeah, it's kind of chavvy. It is very chavvy.
What are you driving these days, here?
Oh, it's still the Honda. I can't
He's got
afford
a
anything else.
CRV with
02
on the dash.
CRV 02 Honda CRV,
right.
petrol 2 liter as well. Just drinks petrol. And,
Drifting every morning on the way to the bin.
yeah.
I bet
Not
your
on
tax-
purpose either. Just me keeping it.
How much do you have to pay in your tax for the car?
360 something a year it is. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, yours is like 20 quid, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
30 quid.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because it's newer.
They don't want me to be driving my car.
Well, you can't blame them.
The
You're
government-
adventurous
the
to every
government-
highway you're on. It could break down at any moment.
No, it does. No, that's not true. I will. Okay, I have done plenty of motorway journeys in my O2 CRV, right? And I always see the nice new shiny German cars broke down on the side of the road, and my manky old 2002
Hondas don't break down.
Honda.
They don't.
It just come on.
Why not for my nice German car?
I'm just saying. It's what I
I
see.
don't know.
It's always on a touch wood. I hope you don't, but that's all I see. You know, my car's never broken down on me, even when I've tried to destroy it. Well, even when apart from the oil thing, but I forgot about that.
The only time I've broken down is when I hit something on the motorway. I was going 70 and there was I think it was a big block of concrete or something, and it hit it. It blew out 5 or 6 other cars behind us as well, so we're all sort of staggered on us. Really bad.
That must have been scary.
It was really like, but I had my dad in the car with me as well, so he was just like, just slow down, pull over. But there was nowhere to pull over, and it was a grass verge. I had to change my tyre on a grass verge, so as I'm putting the jack up, it's sinking into the grass. It was a nightmare.
Oh gosh,
absolute nightmare. But
These two.
Very funny.
I don't know. I'm a BMW fan. I love BMWs, but man, they break down too. They break down like everything else.
No, you know what? One thing I'll say is German manufacturing is good in general. It's very well engineered.
Yeah.
But it's not always the best in terms of reliability. And I'm saying that from
right.
like when I worked in hi-fi as well. There's a brand called Lerva that people really respect, and they make really good electronics, like high-end TVs and audio systems and stuff, beautifully made and engineered, but reliability is it's not going to last you as long as like a much cheaper brand telly or something, and you'll be paying thousands more for it. It's crazy. LOEWE is LOE.
What did you say your road tax was a year?
About 360 odd quid, Rod.
For a year, so that's about $700-ish.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
That's what my road tax is, yeah.
No.
Mine's about 200. Works out to about $300 every £300 every 6 months.
Your tax for your car tax.
Louise pays 20 quid for the year.
30 quid.
30. Oh, it's the 30. Sorry, I was just like 30.
That's unfair, because that is so unfair.
It's because it's a big petrol engine. That's as simple as that. If you drive a newer car,
mine's diesel, but it's just the emissions, because obviously my car is built.
Yeah, but not everyone can afford a
No.
new car that can do that. That's just taxing taxing the hell out of the people who can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I that 300 quid could go towards something better. Kebabs, yeah. That's all it would go on, really. Let's be honest. Yeah, let's be honest. If I had 300 extra, yeah.
Anyway, an important question for you here. What do you think of the McDonald's double chicken burger?
I've not tried it.
Don't.
It's really?
It's embarrassing to eat.
Oh my goodness.
They put that much mayonnaise on it. I had one the other day, bit into it, and one of the burgers slid out and flew across the table.
What's your opinion on the chicken legend? I want some context to your criticism.
The chicken legend.
Yeah, do you have that over there? It's like the chicken
Is that in McDonald's?
Yeah, they have cool mayo and some barbecue because I like the chicken legend.
I've not seen that one yet. Sorry.
Okay. Here in the UK, just some McDonald's news for anyone that's interested.
You're on your McDonald's, man.
No, this is big news, guys. This is big news, right? I think it's sometime in Feb, like 12th of Feb, maybe. They're going to be offering the Big Mac sauce in dipping pots for a limited period.
How are they bringing out? I thought they were bringing out bottles of it.
They may well be. So if they are, then I'm definitely getting in on that action.
Trish found a recipe on the internet a while ago for someone's interpretation of the Big Mac sauce, and it comes so close to it. It is so close.
It's just like a certain type of salad dressing, isn't it? Like mixed in with some other crap.
I'm not sure. I'm not a real fan of McDonald's, but occasionally, needs must. And the Big Mac, but
can't you?
Sorry.
You can buy like a bottle of burger sauce, or
it's like tartar sauce and something else like mixed together.
I've been making my own burger sauce recently, and it's like pretty amazing. If I may say so myself, it's pretty.
Kent says it's mayo and French salad dressing.
Is that what it is, Kent? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew there was something. I couldn't remember though.
I pay more in road tax than in insurance for a year, says Carl Obi. Well,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is all about emissions. You're right, though, Louise. It's all about emissions now, isn't it? It just makes it so much cheaper to run a car. To be honest, I'd like a car that was better at, miles per gallon. Mine's shocking.
This year was probably my first year. I don't know 100% about last year, but definitely this year I think it was my first year that my insurance was under £1,000. It's always been over £1,000. It's
really.
It's always it's been ridiculous.
Wow, that's a lot. Mine's a lot cheaper than that.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, but you don't drive. I think you don't drive a fast, sporty car. So.
Rub it in. Why don't you?
I drive a two. I drive a 2-liter VTEC. Okay, with it,
Yeah. So has it got go faster stripes?
No, but it does. It does have plenty of ventilation. That's stock and aftermarket.
Is that rust?
Yeah.
Oh, and it's if you wear the Bentley jacket, it'll probably go a lot faster.
That's a lot in insurance, though. To be fair, for a 2-liter car, I think I'm paying around 400 and something pounds a month.
A month?
A year.
My god! I was going to say we pay like $400.
Yeah.
We pay $400.
Fast and Furious Honda.
Have you perhaps thought of for doing your? I mean, you might laugh, but perhaps on a serious note here. For going to the charity shops, what have you ever not thought about perhaps getting a little moped?
You know what?
He can't carry the guitars home on his back.
Firstly, no, not really. I mean, I have thought of getting a more economical car though.
Right.
Yeah, but no.
Purchase car.
You know when you said thought of getting a moped? Do you know what I thought of? Do you remember the Michael Jackson Moonwalker movie?
No,
never seen it.
Oh man, no one's seen it.
No,
okay.
I didn't even know Michael Jackson.
There's no point in me continuing then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there anyone
see on your Honda Melody
about Zahir's Michael Jackson doll? Because I never knew what that was.
If you wear the Voyager jacket, your car will fly. Yeah, it flies anyway. It just needs a little.
Question: when did you last get on a bus? Probably about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. Don't.
Yeah, blessing. Yes.
Andrew said they're expensive now. They're like it's too.
Oh, they're like £5 or something stupid.
Do you know what? I wouldn't mind public transport. Like down in London, I'd be just using public transport. Up here, a bus is A, expensive, and B, the service is just rubbish.
You probably got to stop 100 times, don't you, to get somewhere?
No, it's just like it's just slow and rubbish. And
I always get the train to places. I'm happy with trains, but buses are just.
We don't even have a train station where we live, man. That sucks.
Yeah, because in New York, you can buy day passes and ride the subway. Or, well, the people who live there, like my sister, she used to buy as long as she could, monthly, whatever it was.
Yearly or whatever. Yeah.
But you can save some money doing that. But you don't have any way there.
Mm-mm.
But I would love to see in the dead of winter on your ruckus or something, going to the thrift store with ice frosting around the beard. Man, it's cold, man.
That's one thing I don't miss about the UK, scraping my car windscreen.
No, you just have to peel it off the floor now.
Yeah.
Who was I talking to the other day about that? About the sun and stuff over there. I was like, it has to be horrific on your mood, like not having sun a lot of times. Because it affects me here in the winter. I get really affected by the...
Yeah, they call it a seasonal affective disorder.
Seasonal depression is what I call it. I don't know if it's a true thing or not.
They call it... No, it's seasonal affective disorder, yeah. It's a recognized thing. People get down by it, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's mood I feel much more positive when the sun's out and it's blue, it's warm. Like, it's natural. You notice it. You know, like when you get your first sunny day in a while, you feel, I feel really good, and you do notice it. But it's just, some people it bothers them a lot.
It can have an adverse effect as well if you get it. I mean, I'm not moaning. It may sound like it, but I'm not.
You're not moaning, Rod.
No. If you get it continually every day, and it's so that like yesterday was 37 degrees Celsius. Yeah, sorry, is that upsetting you, mate?
That is really hot though. But that's really hot though. That's kind of like, that kind of heat isn't the kind of heat you want to be out in, is it?
No, I mean there's a lady I speak to on Instagram and Facebook, and I've got to forget where she lives now. She's over here somewhere, but on Friday it was 41 degrees. Yeah, she was literally.
That's like dangerous.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's like that can affect you as well. It's not you don't get.
Well, that can affect your health though. That's like that. Your internal temperature's only 37.
Exactly. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Man,
so it can be have the same effects, but in a different.
Yeah,
from a different perspective.
That's extreme heat, though, isn't it? I mean, I think we all dream of that perfect 30 degrees a day. Yeah, that would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't like it.
30's hot. 30's hot, but it's... You prefer winter?
Yeah,
no
don't
way.
like hot weather.
You're
because
crazy.
The thing is, I always say this, is like, in the winter, you can put more clothes on. In the summer, you can't take any more clothes off if you're naked.
Just, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? So you can
Is that a regular event?
It's a regular event. It's an issue.
I can't agree with that. That's just. I'd much rather be like too hot than.
No.
Sun's out. So
you know how uncomfortable it is when you're trying to like go to sleep. And
yeah, of course. It's really uncomfortable. But that's because we're not set up for it here.
Yeah,
so
you guys don't have good air.
Do you know what I mean? Like we've started to get really hot temperatures here, but like we're not set up for it. That's the only reason. Our houses are not set up for. Our houses are designed to keep as much heat in as possible.
That's right.
But then when in London last year they hit like 37 or something, of course it's going to be uncomfortable. It's not,
Exactly, I like it. I'm a cold person. I like to be cozy and have a hat on, have a scarf on. I love it.
Well, there you go. You like to be cozy. You just how can you be a cold person? Like to be
cold. Like heat. The heat does not make me cozy. The heat makes me uncomfortable. Like right now, the heating has just gone off, and it is boiling in here, and I'm just uncomfortable. And like clothes stick to you, and think, I just.
The past week here, it is. You can sit down and not move, and I'll just be dripping wet.
Mm.
You know, and it's like it does get.
That's really hot though, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Surely
does get
Yes.
uncomfy.
Yeah.
Might you want a leather seat as well? You almost get stuck to that.
Oh, this is a leather
Doctor
seat in the house, yeah, but
Yeah.
you can't. You've got to have a shirt on, sat on the seat in the garage. Otherwise, I'd be peeling half my skin off my back.
Exactly.
I'd rather be 100 than freezing any day.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But we have
I'd
good
say-
air conditioning though, so
Yeah, I'd take the heat.
like if the UK, I don't think you guys. You said your AC. You don't have like central air or anything really.
No,
do you?
no one has air conditioning is unheard of. No one has ceiling fans unless they're like gaudy and weird. And air conditioning is just not heard
Well,
of.
the houses are just because they're mostly made out of block, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that keeps the coolness in, sort of. They're more okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Our houses are made out of crap, so they fall over in 20 years. They're literally, our houses are built on the best house 2x6, so that's 6 inches, or 2x4, generally 4 inches, and then you have like piece of plastic on the outside, a piece of like matting to keep the water off.
It sounds like the bloody Three Little Pigs.
What's that?
Your house now.
What'd you say?
Sounds like the Three Little Pigs story. This does.
Yeah, well, they sound like it when the wind blows. You can hear them creak and move, and you can hear the floors like crack. And I mean, they're built like crap here. They literally are.
Wow.
Even the nicest house, custom homes, are still crap compared to like.
To be fair,
an American house that built nowadays lasts 100 years.
a lot of the newer builds in that they're building now, because my dad lives in a newer build that was only built in 2012, and it's just so quickly put together. Like these older houses, they're obviously a bit more stable, but these newer ones are just literally, like as you say, like a bit of plaster, a bit of this, bit of that, and just so bodged together.
We don't even use plaster on the walls. We just use this dust board that's like compacted together. It's like a half-inch thick. It's called drywall.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you could literally just take your fist and just push right through it. And I mean,
plasterboard.
it's is that what plasterboard? I thought plaster was like cement almost.
No, plasterboard is like really, thin and
Chalky.
It's it's like chalk.
You could punch through a plaster.
Okay, so that's what they call drywall there then.
Yeah,
Plasterboard.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can just like literally from the outside of your house take a razor blade and almost cut through it if you wanted to.
That's crazy.
It's just wild.
But I would definitely take the heat. I'd just love to. Yeah, thinking about it as well. It's just like, oh man,
Well, it's shocking. I mean, I'm gonna have to go outside in that sunshine.
Heat, though, your kind of heat is like it's a lot though, Rod. Like you guys have it hot. Like it's like 40-degree heat, 37-degree every day. That's
it varies over the country as well. I mean, like Drew's just commented there, it's set for 43.
Where are you like in Australia? Like, are you in?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, like the tropic kind of. What's that? Yeah. Isn't there that the perfect slither? That's where you
talking about the equator.
Well, I don't know. I'm in Queensland, and that gets very humid.
Is it the equator I'm talking about?
No, I don't know.
I have no idea.
The tropics,
far from the equator.
The tropics, like
what is the tropics? What is he talking about, Louise?
There's like different zones around the world, isn't there? Like
yeah, the tropic of Cancer and the tropic of Capricorn.
That's it.
Oh, where are they at?
Well, there's one which is like like the perfect heat all year round, like tropical weather type.
That's California.
Man, that's what you want.
The equator, which it's always hot. So that's where the Sahara Desert
That's just hottest. Yeah, but that's like hot. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you want it kind of like tropical, not hot.
Over here, it's dead. Where I am, it's dead humid. So you can't. In the summer, it's like you're feeling like a permanent sticky state.
Well, isn't that like any place around water?
You what? Sorry.
Isn't that like any place around water? Because like it's 100% humidity here too in Delaware.
Yeah.
So it's just in the water.
So we've got.
If we had if we had rain today. Yeah. If we had rain today and then we get the heat, you can see the rising off the roads. It just becomes so sticky and whatever. But if you go to WA, like they have a dry heat. It's weird. It's
Arizona.
It's one extreme to the other.
So the Tropic of Capricorn is kind of like it goes straight sort of through the middle of Australia, by Gladstone.
Right.
Like just above Brisbane, so kind of like
All right.
north of that. So
yeah, so I'm not too far off it because I'm about 40 minutes away from Brisbane. So, but I'm more in the west. I'm just a country boy.
So where does that fall in? Like, is that only over there? Like, it don't run across the United States anywhere, right?
It runs across.
It's South America, but you do get that's just the Tropic of Capricorn.
Yeah, and then there's Tropic of Cancer. Well, the tropics. Yeah, Tropic of Cancer is and what are we in? Like, we're just like the.
You're just Tropic as well.
We're technically in the Tropic of Cancer.
Tropic of Cancer goes through sort of Mexico. And that's kind of
covers all of us, but we're closer to the bloody Arctic Circle.
Well, that's all right because it's all melting. You'll soon be warm.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna have a water ride soon. They think they're just be able
to... Actually, the equator isn't what goes through the Sahara. The Tropic of Cancer goes through the Sahara. The equator.
So the equator isn't the
The equator just goes through the center of the Earth, right? Do I need to teach geography here? Because I gotta.
No, but I thought the Sahara was in the middle. But it's
I've stood spread eagle over the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere at the same time.
And where is that at?
That was in a place called Rovaniemi in Finland when we went to see Santa Claus Village years and years and years ago.
Wow.
I want to go to Death Valley.
Is Finland like a really nice area?
It's lovely. I was a bit worried when we was landing in the plane because it was just like snow, and I thought, oh my God, this thing's going to skid off the runway.
I get so many orders for video games going to Finland. It's crazy. I've just out of nowhere.
Yeah. How do they work over there on your system, though?
They're old PC games. They're all floppy games. I bet I've sent 20 over there. They just buy them as fast as I could. Well, not right now, of course, but
yeah. Oh.
So that's like. Is Sweden really pretty as well?
Oh, I loved it. It's so nice. That was cold. You'd like that there, Louise.
Oh yeah, well, that's where I want to go. I'm looking at going to like Iceland for my honeymoon. Somewhere nice and cold.
Sleep in one of those ice hotels?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Isn't that? Like, they're badass.
I love that.
Doesn't sound like a holiday.
They're good for a honeymoon. You're going to be snuggling really closely on a honeymoon. You're not gonna...
You can't be snuggling in the warm weather. You just be like, oh.
Go and sleep in the freezer.
Yeah.
Don't have that luxury. Have a giant freezer.
Oh, I've just had a sale.
We have.
Tat Doctor is saying there are 2 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Newcastle.
Oh, bum crack! Come on.
Yeah. BCP.
Did you see my little meme I put up last week about the coronavirus?
We can't look at your memes anymore. The FBI is on my ass.
Oh, did you get that one I sent you last night?
Yes,
Talking of floppies.
I'm not allowed to talk about it. Hey, that one, I'm still having nightmares about the lady walking down the street flapping around. I've never seen so. Oof.
Oh dear.
I don't know where you come up with this.
Yeah, I don't think I know. I don't know what you two are talking about.
Where's Bumcrack?
No idea.
He wasn't he in here earlier?
He was, yeah. Gotta make sure my little buddy's okay.
I'm sure he's okay.
I don't think he goes out of the house.
You can like, it's not guaranteed death or anything.
No,
it's just like you can be really ill.
No,
I think people say like it's. I think because we've got like here, for example, we've got better healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
It's just easily. It's kind of almost like a cold. Like apparently the people.
But the same way that the cold can be harmful to people.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you have a really crappy immune system, even a common cold can really do you. But that's kind of what they're saying. People with really crappy immune systems, pregnant women, elderly, that's the people who it's really affecting. But if you just keep washing your hands and cough into a tissue or something, you'd be all right.
I'm a big conspiracy theorist, so my theory is that this is just some smokescreen to hide something big that's really going on that they don't want.
Did you see that one I sent you of that? Somebody sort of put the coronavirus and something out of a video game together. It's the same logo. It's a conspiracy theory. The same logo, and this. I'll have to send it. I sent it. Ian, the Tat Doctor.
Ed was having a nice chat about the Bible yesterday, and I asked him if in the Bible that they predicted that a beautiful summer light beer Corona would turn into a catastrophic, earth-changing disease. Because that's something we need to know. I mean, Corona is a very good beer, very light, very summer beer. And now it's taking people out. Can't have that. But Ads couldn't find it in the Bible anywhere, so.
Yeah. Tack Doctor said I wouldn't have a common cold, I'd have a posh one. Oh, shopping Waitrose. Andrew's good, isn't he? Drinking
Andrew's
all that
home.
Oh my God. David. Yeah, David. Yeah. I don't know why I can't watch the news because of all that crap. I just can't watch the news. Because that's all you hear about is just garbage like this.
Yeah, news is always negative, isn't it? Really. I mean, you do have to stay somewhat aware of it, but
we got
in a way, you don't have to. It depends what kind of news you know. Like there are some people that every day they wake up and the only news they know about is like Bloomberg or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it depends what news. Some people wake up and the only news they have is sports news.
I think it depends on where you get your news from as well. Obviously these people who are watching like Good Morning Britain and stuff like that, which is just them all having a slanging match against each other, and obviously getting it from social media, where everything's got blown up out of proportion. It's
on Facebook, it's true, 100%. You know that.
Yeah.
And it's just, and that's when you always get them sort of.
It's really,
it's mostly women, isn't it? Really, that kind of go,
do you know what's really weird though? It's like the way people are just ignoring they're just making up their own truths now. So like at the moment you get I was listening to the radio yesterday and people were ringing up worried about Huawei because America's not pleased that the UK are using a Chinese company to build their 5G network. And this guy rang up the radio and he's like, you can't trust the Chinese. They're gonna have pictures of our kids. They're gonna have pictures of our, like this guy is like real common as muck. He was like real, like you could tell he was a real pleb, right? A real like bona fide moron. Like they're gonna have pictures of like, what do you think the Chinese government like seriously? Like why is it? What have you been doing for the past 10 years anyway, sharing your photos on Facebook? You don't think that those are being shared by every God knows, it's just, the ignorance is just, it's amazing. It's literally, I love listening to it because it gives me so much pleasure sometimes, but only in small doses. But it's like, what do you think you've been doing?
Confident in what they say as well. It's like, you're not right.
I'm with Trump on this one. There you go. And then there was they're gonna have pictures of our kids. They're gonna have our data. It's like, what data of any value do you think you honestly possess? apart from seriously, apart from knowing what your genetic code is, so we can bypass it for future generations of the human species. Apart from that, that's probably the only value that your data holds.
It's like, why do you think? I think it's when people think that their data is what everyone's out after.
Yeah, that everyone wants my data.
That selfie that you've taken, that one, that a little bit too much.
Oh, that was it, wasn't it? That was the last time, wasn't it? That app that makes you aged, and people were worried that it was run by Russians. They're going to somehow use it to make Stalin come back to life or something. I don't know. They're going to somehow use I don't know what they're going to do. Seriously, what is the? Oh.
They're going to clone everybody. That's what it is. They're going to create an army.
They're going to make an old version of me in Russia and make him farm potatoes. What are they going to do?
And didn't it turn you into a woman as well if you wanted it to? So that alternate.
There's some female version of me walking around Mother Russia.
You wouldn't
go. Baywatch outfit.
Because they got that data too. Take my data, give me someone else's data that's got more money in their bank. That's what I want. Do you know what I mean? It's just but it's proper. It's really on the agenda at the moment, that kind of thinking. But
Are you calm now, Zahir?
Yes. Yes.
Oh man, we were talking about that last night. Who were we talking about that with on our show? Talking about Zahir's rant about. Oh man, that was
rant. I don't rant.
your eBay rant when you. Oh, that was one of the highlights of the year.
She says proper player probably drives.
I know, that's all.
I'd love a Subaru personally.
There,
Hey,
yeah,
Andrew.
look at that hairdo.
Hello.
Oh, my
clean shaven
God.
as well.
God.
Yes.
I thought you were taking that syrup in for a cut.
I went to the hairdressers, and unfortunately, they're stuck until the 4th of February. How dare they?
Oh
How
my
dare
God.
they?
Look like me and Mildred.
But you don't even know
Taurus.
how old it is.
Mm.
But
Andrew, how many have you had?
I've got the Taurus cider.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
not how
So
you
yet there is a drinking with Andrew after all.
Yes. I've been out. I was emotionally devastated. I've returned home.
That seems to
Yeah.
happen quite a bit when you go.
What
out to the bar.
happened?
Honestly, right. Hang on. Whose channel is this? This is Louise's channel. Okay, she doesn't subscribe. I went out to here, right? I went out.
Yeah.
I had a couple of drinks in Wetherspoons, my favourite place. I then proceeded down the town. I get down the town. I walk past the pub. I'm about to go into it. I see the lady I've been flirting with / promised to go out with. She's been out with me last few weeks with someone else. I'm emotionally devastated. Emotionally, it was terrible.
But I mean, let's be fair. You guys weren't really. You're not a couple, right? You just dated.
Let's never mind about fairness.
It's
I'm not interested in fairness. That's what other people.
it's her loss, Andrew. Clearly,
Exactly.
her loss. I mean, like,
The
yeah.
Wetherspoons. That okay?
No. She wasn't in. I was in Wetherspoons.
Well, yeah.
No. He was walking. It was just a really
Yeah.
unfortunate coincidence for it. It ruined his
Unfortunate
evening
for her.
early.
Oh, bum crack.
I mean,
oh.
how could anyone else be out without me? I mean, crazy.
Bum crack does have a point. You do have someone that would do anything to be with you and loves you to death.
Oh,
And you
God.
want to push that one away.
He's
And
not bought up double cyanide, does he?
He may have asked if it was double karma, but we're not going to go there.
Unbelievable.
No, I think that's unfortunate, Andrew. But you shouldn't let. I'm sure it won't spoil your evening. You seem merry. It's her loss, clearly. You know.
No, clearly.
Clearly,
I get to see Louise now. I mean, what could be better?
My
Exactly.
question to you, Andrew, is that have you been getting hair tips off me and trying to curl in your hair?
Did she just give me abuse?
I think it was
Yes.
veiled, thinly veiled, very
Blocker.
thinly. Yeah,
I'm sorry, Louise. I didn't quite hear what you said. I'm sure it was.
It's okay. I'm sure I'm not well.
she was complimenting your do.
Thank you. She's like to do me. I understand.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
Cheers you up.
Right. Honestly, right. I went to the hairdressers today. I was like, right, I'm getting my hair cut. I turned up there, closed until the 4th of February. I mean, what kind of hairdresser does that to a man?
Is there only one hairdresser in Wrexham?
No, there's several. But I
Yeah,
went to
but you
another.
go
I
to
went
the
to the one
same
next
one, though,
door.
don't you?
Right? No. But I went to the one next door. I walked in there. I said, I have a number 2 inside. He spoke Turkish to me. I assume it was Turkish. He did not understand a word of English.
Wow, that's going to make it difficult.
So I was like, I honestly, right, this is no offense to anyone. I did not trust him to make the haircut I wanted to happen.
Why, if there's a communication kind of
It was
issue,
a communication. He said words to me. I didn't understand him. I said words to him. He didn't understand those either.
exactly. So,
We mutually not understood each other.
and
What
so
were the
you,
words?
yeah, exactly.
I actually gave him a $5 and said, I'm going now. And that was it.
Wow, that's very kind of you. Very
I
kind
felt,
of you.
I felt I needed to pay to leave. I felt
So you
bad.
super chatted your hairdresser. And
To not cut your hair.
So I'm now a $5 rich and my hair looks like shit. But you know, $5 quarter, my hair looks like shit. Welcome to Wrexham, people.
Told you, get that sheep.
Right, we had that conversation again. Let's not do that in public. This is a respectable YouTube.
that what the
channel.
Turkish guy said?
Who invite bloody Rod or Ron or Ron Jeremy or whatever his name is on anyway?
Ron Jeremy.
I've got his belly.
I've got
So-
a belly as well. Right, I'm wearing, right, honestly, right, I thought tonight, payday, right, we go out tonight, I've got my Armani shirt on. I thought I'm guaranteed to have some success. No, nothing.
Maybe
I
it's
can't
fun.
see your shirt. Is that the shirt you had on?
Yeah,
Did
well, yeah.
the shirt come with some kind of guarantee, Andrew? Like,
Sorry, I thought it was your dressing gown.
How dare you? I've got the Armani on. I've got Levi's as the jeans
Oh.
on. No,
Maybe
brand.
the fake Andrew. So actually, that it's giving you bad karma. Or maybe
Double bad karma.
right. We've talked many times about not mentioning. He or she, because obviously it's a she, could be watching now. You've embarrassed the poor stalker who's obviously got some serious issues to be stalking me.
Stu Mandry says Turkish bloke didn't understand you. Are you sure you just didn't accidentally walk into the kebab shop?
Right, no, but
Are you sure? What
What
kind of cutting instrument did he
It is-
have? Like,
it
did it
is.
look like a really big pair of scissors?
it is next door to the Turkish kebab shop, I admit.
Oh,
But it does say outside it barbers, and it says wet shave.
okay.
The only thing that got bloody wet in there was the bloody floor from the leak in the roof. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, welcome to Drinking with Andrew.
You've had some bad luck lately, buddy. You've had some really bad luck lately.
I've got a new troll as well.
A new
Melanie
troll?
Page. Hi, Melanie. If you're watching now, I love your Audrey Hepburn profile picture, as I've commented.
You know what's sad though? You know what's sad though, Andrew? The sad thing is that, you know, I have quite a few trolls too, and they're men. They're men that are after me.
You got to be like me. Get the women.
That's probably it. Like, according to like movie history, that's probably the safer type of troll to have.
Jealousy
Yeah.
coming.
What's that?
It's a jealousy thing. They're all jealous of you.
No, I don't think that. I just think that they're just. I don't know.
So, the thing I think about trolls, right, is the
Movie or the actual people.
there are people. They've been through some experiences in their life, and they haven't always been pleasant. And I feel sorry for that, because people don't deserve, whoever they are.
Andrew, the thing about trolls is to not feed them and not to discuss them.
Yes, no, I'm feeding them.
There we go. Let's talk about something else. Honestly.
No. We got talking about the trolls. I'm talking about the trolls. So
that's the point, you know.
I feel so. Louise has no trolls. We're fine.
It's not the point. You just
Lovely.
You shouldn't allow to.
I would say Louise got no trolls.
Think about this, right? You have a finite number of brain cells which are diminishing literally by the second, right?
Well, no, I drink sour cider.
No. Everyone's are like just diminishing, aren't they? As you're aging,
Yeah, diminishing at a faster rate.
They are indeed, Andrew. But my point is, you cannot afford to use any of those to like spend time on talking about, trolls.
But it is.
It's just not worth it.
See,
Because that's what they want.
But
That's what they want.
But it's inevitable that they will enter your brain cell. It's inevitable to happen, and I think we should feel compassion for the trolls. I think we should show them a big hug.
It's not about
You're
that.
just after a free hug.
I think, well, yes, but I think we need a troll hug.
I think no, you don't.
Too much chat.
You just don't. You literally. Do you know the one thing that someone that comments like that? Someone like that is all about attention. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is their lifeblood.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Come
you
and
don't
troll
even.
me, I will give you a troll hug.
No, you don't do that because that's not how they get. No.
Troll hug, troll sex. I will give you the troll sex.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I like? I like it that Andrew he'll whack my trolls no matter where he's at. Like, he'll just whack them. They just say hi and he whacks them. Look.
Too fucking nice. Right. Hang on. There's one here now. Louise, am I allowed to employ this? But hang on, I'm going to log on to YouTube.
There's no troll in the chat.
No, there's one.
Oh, there is. I've seen it. I've seen it.
There's one who's told me before. I feel the need. Hang on, I'm logging onto the YouTube now.
He's okay. We're getting a live.
We're about to get
de-trollification.
We're about to. Hang on, I can't work the internet.
Okay. If I'm honest, I cannot tell which would be the comment. I'm waiting now.
You are. You're
I know the one he's on about.
You're a spanner, aren't you? Z.
Of course, I'm a spanner.
You know
I can see the one that's been blocked before. That was the username was very interesting.
Yeah, that's the one.
Bye bye, troll. Bye.
How's that? You need to close your window, Andrew.
You just got rid of me.
Yeah. What did Lone Wolf? I don't know. Andrew's seen a wolf. Lone Wolf. I didn't think he did anything particularly.
Lone Wolf is a she, but yes.
Oh, okay.
That was a few months ago. That one, Andrew.
I know. They're bloody hanging about. I was waiting for that return appearance.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting. No, you just don't pay attention to it, honestly. Just to discuss what your plans are for the rest of this.
See,
evening.
right, even before I had done the spanner there,
No.
Eric knew who it was. Look at how good Eric is. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So.
But you're right. So basically, so here, to be fair, you said don't give the trolls oxygen. I did that, and then one turned up, like literally that second. Like, your Jedi powers have proved to be successful.
Yeah, each to their own, Andrew.
Andrew, you go to bed, mate.
He's got for us. How many cans have you got?
I've got another 7.
Oh my god.
Just so you know, I was actually commending you on how you handled the Goima situation, and there would be a real tragic irony if that good deed that you gave onto Goima, if Louise had to enact the same deed and kick you from the street.
You know.
That is a different situation, though. To be fair, Goima's was.
He literally didn't know what
he was. He did not deserve to be. You know.
No. He's such a nice guy.
He's flapping his wings.
Yeah, he's a bit warm. Yeah,
I am. It's starting to heat up. I'm just sat in the living room and I'm just sweating. I'm doing nothing.
Does your air conditioning is not powerful enough to even keep up with it over there?
I've not turned it on yet.
Oh,
costs money that.
Well, we leave ours on, like it goes on and off like through the day, and like we just leave it on automatic, so you can't do that.
Well, like you can. This is an old system, so it probably just stays on. But it's not operating at 100% efficiency anyway. I think it needs regassing.
Yeah,
that's one thing that doesn't work on my Honda. Is the
to answer deep fried deals Dave's question, it's not the same person. No, it is a different person, but it is also a troll. Hence the spanner come out. I've been known to wield a big instrument. It happens.
What a big wrench you have, Andrew.
Thank you. Oh, hang on. I've got a message on the phone.
See, you're getting in trouble now.
It's okay. It's Tom, the English speaker.
Your buddy.
My nephew has got into film school to do some master's degree. I don't understand what, but apparently it's an exciting point. So, well done to my nephew. Congratulations. You have now achieved something I don't understand.
That's good.
Louise, have you seen that Sahir has now got a sewing machine?
Sorry.
Hi, Chris. I saw Chris in the background then. Hi, Chris.
How did you see him in the background? He's not even anywhere near the camera. Oh, Tommy's gone. You've annoyed Tommy now.
No, Tommy's probably just disconnected.
Yeah.
Why is it always my fault? You annoyed Tommy.
We just started talking, then Tommy left.
Right. Anyway, Sahir has now got a new sewing machine.
I've heard.
What happened to the old one?
I didn't collect them or anything. Just have the one.
You might have a seller, you might have a buyer.
He was patching up the dreams of a fallen club, wasn't you, Zahir?
We're doing quite well, actually.
I love this comment here. I'd say Louise's first live stream is a great success. She's been live for many times, but we'll forget about all of that.
Yeah, it's been a while. It almost feels like a new one.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
this is the new.
Andrew, have you had a shave?
Oh my God.
Well, it was very dark on my side here. I couldn't see, and then you looked up.
I mean, literally, you know.
But what are you going to do about your new logo? your new logo's got a beard on it.
I've shaved my logo.
And that silly moustache thing that they drew on.
I thought it was a really good logo. I saw
Thank
it.
you, Zahir.
I thought it was really good.
I thought that was good as well.
I thought it was
I
really
think
good.
basically Rod is jealous of the fact that he paid $10 for somebody to do a frog logo and they fucked it up.
$5.
Sorry, $5 to the people.
And you've still not put your order in for the shirt.
Only 23 quid. I mean, 23 quid delivered. What the hell? It's only got to come from a bloody printer shop around the corner.
Oh, it's in America. Right, right. Set up a discount code and I will buy one. I can't do it. He won't let me do it. I've tried. Trust me.
You can do a discount on Teespring. You just have to accept goodbye to the profit making. I will obviously not profit.
Oh, that cuts deep, that mate. That cuts deep.
Ads,
help an old soldier out.
All I'm saying is, ads gave me a 25% discount. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but look at the t-shirts compared to this magnificence Heidi created.
It was a crap t-shirt.
I've not seen. I didn't even know you had a t-shirt, Rog. I need to see this now.
I made a t-shirt for myself, and I had a few people ask if they could buy it, so I put the link into Teespring.
Ah.
And to be fair,
where was this on your last video?
I did get rather sale. Somebody who actually paid £23 for a t-shirt.
4 people have actually paid.
Oh, nice.
Four people. So my 10% commission.
Is out the window.
Exactly.
All right. So how do I find this? What video did you share it on, or something? Or
I didn't actually do it on a video. It was on. I had it on 2 waffles ago. It's you go to the waffle, the link's in the waffle description. But it's all because of blooming Tommy and keeps playing that frog video.
So funny though. It is funny. Come on. It was a moment, honestly, Rod. It was brilliant. It was one of those moments. I think especially when you try to justify it, they look like a snake when it was jumping.
Before we move on, Louise claims to be talking to no one, but puts herself on mute and looks sideways. I know full well.
And talks to someone.
She's very colour coordinated with her whole outfit and her room, and now she can hear me, and I'm feeling somewhat embarrassed.
Chris, I'm so sorry. The marriage is off. I want to have sex with Andrew. I can completely understand this. It's understandable.
Whoa, what's going on?
No, I'm just saying your outfit is very colour coordinated with your units behind you and your chair and your flooring. You're very.
And Andrew was imagining the conversation he'd like you to have with Chris.
Yes.
I'm sure my fiance would love that.
He knows the conversations I have. There is no secret here.
61 people watching. Wow.
I know. What's everyone doing away?
Super.
I've just seen me hair. I really need that. Why can I not come back for a hairdresser? So tomorrow.
It's not that hot, Louise. What was that? It's just like
really warm.
Oh no, like Rod sat there in Australia. Okay, there's Rod sat there in Australia.
Here, Louise is sat there looking at me. I mean, obviously she's going to be hot.
Now it makes sense, Andrew. Thank you for clarifying. I was getting confused.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how my white desks and my white. It has to be all syncing, and obviously my chair. Everything's from IKEA though, so that's why it all fits in.
What's your dress from IKEA?
Do you know what? It's important. I think one thing that's under kind of not talked about as much, undervalued, is how important it is to have a good workspace. And I think the problem is because so many reseller YouTubers are guys, and guys are just messy. And in general, and I think it's like nice to see like when like the female resellers out there are showing how they do things. Like you look at when Mel put up that video about her with her garage.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And then and you
Mel.
look at your office as well, and then you just look at how people do things. It's really interesting because like most of the guys have shit like this, you know, but it affects your.
You're doing better than Andrew.
It does affect your work though, because sometimes I have to literally spend ages
I
just
am never
clearing.
filming a video again.
Absolutely fine.
We have to. I mean, look at Louise's place there, and then look at the video Mel over here put out of how organised her place was.
That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, and like every
and then
time
look at
Beck
our
walks
crap
in-
holes.
Well, that's what I was saying. And like every time Beck walks in here, she's just like, "How? I'm surprised you get any work done in here." And it's true because she would not have it like this.
There you go. Look at that.
Bloody
that's-
Andrew.
I've not got OCD, but that's tipping me over.
Yeah, I can't. When you sent me that video earlier, Andrew, I was like, oh, I just want to
Whoa! Oh!
God.
Welcome to the KLC Reselling YouTube channel. Come here to learn about selling clothes and kissing strange men. Job done.
God.
Oh, shit. I look like fucking 4, but it's shit 4. Hang on. I can't even do my hair in the window because it doesn't work properly.
More Welsh when you're drunk.
I'm not drunk. I've had an emotional experience.
You look like Hitler now.
And more Welsh.
Oh, come on, bro. The comb over is not synonymous with just that one person.
Bobby Charlton.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's a much better comparison. Yes.
Mate.
Bobby Charlton.
Yes, I'm a World Club winner.
All right.
I have noticed, though, right, since I came on, your number of viewers increased.
Thank you, Ted. You have to come in.
Thank you
Right,
to
yeah.
my lady fans for arriving.
It's all the trolls.
Who's around?
True. So that is right. I have decreased your viewers by 1. Eric, I am
Hi,
not
Jill.
a little bird Reich. I resent that
Let's-
implication intensely.
Let's face it, guys. Women have it together. We don't. I just think I don't think it's exclusively. I'm sure there are plenty of male resellers that are organised and like have their stuff together. But
Can we name one though? Honestly, because I was thinking about this when you said it.
yeah, like
I can't-
organised. There's got to be someone.
Name one.
Let's think of a male reseller that actually has a clean office and workspace.
Maybe Ronnie Hart. I would accept
Ronnie.
Ronnie Hart.
Well, we've not seen Ronnie's workspace though.
I've seen. I don't want to see Ronnie naked either. But you know, it happens.
His workspace. I didn't say-
Oh, sorry, I misheard.
yeah, yes, you did. Yeah.
We'll carry on past that, folks. Don't worry, it's fine. Nobody said anything.
Chernock does. Nick says
No.
Eric. Nick's office it can be he has to do
No,
the whole
Nick's
tidy
office
up
is
before he
carnage.
works as well. Yeah, his
No.
office isn't around his computer and stuff. If you see it, it's like yeah.
Yeah, no.
Chernock, I didn't know. Brandon
not
Reseller
George.
King.
Not
Okay.
a chance, George. Right. So George puts out very well edited videos. If you watch a transition cut, right, he's there in front of this box of shoes, and then it cuts through him having the shoes. There's no shoe finding going on, but if you speak to George, there's been at least half an hour between the two. Definitely
Yeah,
not
so-
George.
I think it's just very much like yeah. Brandon is on point, says Ashley coming. Brandon Reseller King. Yeah, I've seen his workspace is actually very tidy. Yeah, he's the one. Fat Girl saying is right, actually, and Ashley coming. Yeah, I think he's one guy that I've seen that is very.
Very good looking man as well. I would have sex with him. As I've told him
I'm glad
separately.
I'm glad. Yeah. Tidy. Can we
But
move
by
on?
the way, folks, that super chat button is on. Super chat Louise for her patience in having the 3 of us on.
She's given up at this point. It's just like yeah.
People don't give me super chats, and that's not a suggestion for people to give me them. But saying that, I don't go live either. So
Vote 1 for Louise to be more suggestive.
Oh, God. You can't put banners on here, can you, Andrew?
I can't, but she can.
She can. That's good. That's what I was checking.
I have no idea. I wouldn't even know how to do
So,
that.
talking of stock, where are you storing all your stuff now, Zahir? Because you've got them boxes behind you, but you must have more stuff than that. Where you scattering it all around.
It's kind of crept into the living room a
Oh,
little bit.
oh dear.
Yeah, we've got tat creep. It's not. To be fair though, it's not a lot there. It is just about 4 crates, and some of it is down to not having enough of my storage crates, and I've just ordered 5 more storage crates because I find that if you have, if you don't, that this is a banner, yes.
Well done. You've had a super chat, but we'll ignore the super chat to put on this as a banner.
Oh, thank you, Kent. You didn't have to do that. Thank you.
Yeah,
I've working his way towards my good.
I've ordered more of those.
The yellow ones.
Yeah, like because I've noticed when you've got if you don't have it all uniform, that takes up a lot of space and messes things up.
Right, hang on. Let's just stop right there.
Yeah.
You're saying that if you don't have boxes of the same color.
No, size, uniform.
Size.
Oh, size. Sorry.
Yes. Size.
I apologize.
Yeah, the color is irrelevant, but I've got blue.
Thank
yellow.
God for that. I thought you were going crazy.
No,
You need it matching.
I was like, he's going to say now the red box doesn't match with the black box. I can't have a red box.
I can't do this. Yeah, no, it's not like that. It's just about stacking because I've got this giant cardboard box down there full of like parts and stuff, but because it messes up how much stuff I can store. I could use that much. This space is wasted. Like with these, there could be. Like
I have the same problem. I'm frequently a wasted space. It happens. Don't worry, you're not alone.
I'm glad to hear it. Question: what's the weirdest thing you have all sold?
I sold a dildo.
That's pretty.
I sold
weird.
something similar to one.
Was it a strap-on?
It didn't come with them facilities, but I'm sure you could get creative.
Hang on, I've got a message telling me to stop talking.
It was a vibrating massager, but when I got it out of I've sold 2 of them.
Huh.
When I got it out of the charity shop, I got some strange looks. I must admit, I wasn't entirely sure what it was at the time, so I did wash my hands thoroughly afterwards and give it an extreme wipe off with baby wipes, just in case.
Like his and hers? If you sold 2.
Sorry? 2 of them, yes.
Was it like a his and hers?
No. I found one in a charity shop and I paid what did I pay? I think I paid $30 for it.
Bloody hell.
But I got 375.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And then a few weeks later, I found another for $10, and I got 275 for that one.
What brand was this? Because that's like a.
There is actually one on one of my thumbnails on my video.
Okay.
It's a medical handheld massager.
Okay.
But it's like the Rolls Royce, if you will, of
massage. Did you know that there was a Harry Potter broomstick that was made?
Yes, it was banned.
Yeah, and it's worth a fair bit because its vibration is rather vigorous.
I would like to point out to any of Louise's subscribers, I am like a Harry Potter broomstick. That's all I'm saying.
Warts and all.
Well, probably true, yeah. So here is 100% correct. At Monumental UK for a cheaper experience.
Has he got a bristly end?
Well, I don't know how to answer that. I genuinely do not know how to answer that. This is a respectable YouTube channel. Here I am being respectable, not lowering the tone. And
you said you've got a broomstick like Harry Potter, so I was asking if yours is bristly like his.
It's all bent and full of knots.
Again, I'd like to hasten to add, folks, this in no way reflects the views of Monumental UK, the clean and trite YouTube channel to follow. Trite means shit, doesn't it? There's something else, YouTube channel.
Gnarly and likely to cause splinters.
Is that bloody Sheen Andrew again?
He's always on form, Stu.
Right, he's not happy because I found out who his partner was and I've been flirting with her ever since.
Okay.
There's a rivalry there now. I've won. It's understandable. Don't worry, Stu, I'm off the market now. I've retired.
Oh, Tat Doctor says he needs a good spell to get it. Oh god, the chat is on fire tonight, definitely.
I assume they're talking
I
about that.
think you bring out the best in people, Andrew. You really do.
See, there I was in the nightclub. I got a message from Louise. She said, I've got tic-tac-toe on my YouTube channel. I don't know who he is. Well, I've come to the rescue.
Is that what it was?
That was the moment. I think I paraphrased correctly there. I think there was a few more facts in
I'm sure we
between.
can believe everything you've just said.
Well,
Oh God, Stu Mandry's actually got the spell there, but I'm not going to read that.
oh shit, hang on.
Where is it?
I've had a message from Stacey. I'm in the fat boy. I'm not. Where are you going? Where are you going afterwards? Stacey's very attractive.
Who is she? Oh, she's a real life person.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh wow!
Who's banging?
Someone actually let off fireworks at 11 o'clock.
I thought someone knocking at your door.
No, someone has just Alf's gone all bonkers. Bless him. Alf's a Remainer, I guess. But someone's just let off fire.
Oh, right. Okay.
Someone's just look.
11 o'clock.
People are letting off fireworks. This is hilarious.
So I went to Wetherspoons earlier, right? In Wrexham.
Said that as well.
I went to Wetherspoons in Wrexham earlier, which is in Wales, right?
Yeah.
I walk in there. A bloke comes up to me and says, "Hi, Andrew. How are you?" He's wearing a fucking England rugby shirt. In Wales, in Wrexham. I said to her,
Brave man.
Exactly, Rod. I said to her, I said, look, I said, I don't know who you are, but please do not say hello to me in public wearing that shirt. Just really don't. I said, look, I'm English, but I am not standing here wearing this. Oh, but I've got this for Brexit. I said, I don't care what you got it for. It is not going to do well here. I said, you need to leave and get changed. I said, you're in Wales, you're in Wrexham, yeah, respect the culture. I said, the people here...
Culture?
Well, yeah, the people here, they don't mind if, you know, I'm English and whatever, but you cannot come over here and try and palm off my glory to reveal your English rugby shirt. You're not going to do well. Please leave.
Well, was you talking to a mirror at this time?
No. I saved his life.
You saved it. That is a good deed, Andrew. Good deed.
Without my intervention, it'd have been filled in by now. You did not come to a pub in Wrexham and wear an English rugby shirt. Ali will tell you. She's in the chat. You just don't do it. It's just
not the smartest thing to do.
It's
Fireworks going crazy here in Blackpool.
Do you go down to the pleasure beach much, Zahir?
Nah.
I used to love going there. Maybe
when it's hot, I do like going to the seaside when it's hot. But when it's often
once
not
a year,
hot.
then.
So but I do. I do like the sandy beach. I do like the sandy beach. There is something like I love a beach. I actually like Lytham.
Yes,
where you walk miles. We like when it's really hot. We just love walking right out to the sea. So you're walking for about 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Because that we prefer, and plus it's a bit quieter and stuff.
I used to like walking up the front, all the trams and well, there's this place called. It used to make me laugh, and it's childish humour, I know, but it's called Bisbam. Place over there called Bisbam or something. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it just used to make me laugh as a kid.
Fair enough. Nice. I do like to go in the summer. When it's summer, grab an ice cream and it's quite busy. They've done like the seafront is really good. Like, and there's even like a really fancy Mackie D's there.
Oh shit!
Right. You can enjoy your Big Mac whilst looking at the waves, and it's pretty high living that is. Obviously, you have to walk past all the tracksuit wearing
South Shore in Blackpool. I had a massive row with my girlfriend in the South Shore McDonald's. You know, have I gone black? You know the one I mean?
Yeah.
Big row. I am now
the girlfriend on McDonald's.
You're banned from there.
I am now banned from South Shore McDonald's.
Oh.
Why? I don't know, because she was the one who started hitting me. But there you go. So top tip, folks. Your girlfriend starts hitting you in South Shore McDonald's. Don't run out screaming rape, because apparently that's not the right approach to take.
Oh my God.
Ah, shit, there's a Hoover there.
I don't think you should have a shave in future, Andrew.
Why not? What's wrong?
You look about 5-year-old.
I don't. I'm very attractive, man. Right.
Oh, you look very. It does take years off you.
Youthful.
Right. I need to see if Stacey's messaged me back.
Oh, who's Stacey?
Well, she just invited me to the Fat Bar. She has.
Invited you
My
to do
mum
what?
Do you want me to come out? This is hard.
Pardon?
This is hard, he said.
He's got his broomstick out.
Yeah. Hello, Damien. I might be calling it a night now.
Oh, there's Damien in. I like Damien. Damien,
Yeah.
right, is a look. Hang on, there's other
He's
message.
a nice guy.
So what's your plans for tomorrow, is it here?
Probably chill out Saturday. So I'm probably gonna make an effort and go to see if I can go to a charity shop or something in the morning.
Yeah.
But then spend some time with. I think we want to watch the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie or something, and then
No.
It's meant to be really good. So
No.
Yeah.
just chill out.
It's shit.
Okay, we're still gonna watch it.
It's shit. Honestly, right.
Oh, here we go.
Right. Spider-Man. Good chap. Yeah. Good man. We like Spider-Man. We like seeing Spider-Man in the live action. As soon as he hits the cartoon universe, despite the fact that he was originally born as a comic and therefore ideally suited to the cartoon universe and therefore everything I'm about to say is up the shite, he was bollocks in the cartoon universe. We need live action Spider-Man. Have I convinced you with the success of my argument there?
I'm more of a Batman myself.
I think I'll still like
I'm
to
more of a
watch it.
shock myself, but
Right, I'm gonna call it a night now because I'm gonna go and
Yeah, I was
chill
just
out.
about to say I need to go anyway.
Okay. See you, Andrew.
hang on, because I'm about to.
We're all going now, mate. Bye.
He's about to close the deal.
No, stay on a bit longer. I'm coming back out.
What?
No, I'm gonna be calling it a night now anyway.
We've left the European Union. The world has ended.
Oh, wow. Andrew, we're going to bed now.
All right.
Not
Don't tell him that. Go.
we're not going.
That's a contract in his world.
Right, thank you very much, everyone, for joining.
Okay.
Having
Right.
a chat. It's been
No, but
good.
I've not finished my can yet.
I
Bye,
don't care.
everyone.
You can go on drinking with Andrew yourself.
No, but I've not finished my can yet.
Good night, everyone.
You cannot invite me on your channel, even though you didn't,
See you later.
and I've not finished my can.
Bye,
Right,
Andrew.
people, this is not ended. Ignore the end.